Okay. There we go. We kind of done.
Let's say we set the moon.
Yeah.
Mood.
Okay. So. Van Arden.
Well, I might not actually be able to.
What's that? Your meditation.
I'm just checking whether I actually can. I might have been getting confused with something else.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's something that elves do, not the monks.
Let's have a look in the book, shall we?
Luke in the book.
Should have checked this before.
While you're doing that, I'll just do a quick intro for the video thing. So, welcome everyone. This is a campaign called Out of the Cold. We have new players, new campaign. They are currently set at the Narwhals Tusk, this wonderful little inn, and they've all bedded down for the night. And Van Arden is in the bar area, and we're finding out what he is to do.
I mean, it doesn't say anything about not sleeping.
I think it's just a case of it would be just a normal long rest. It's no different to.
So you're long resting, but
it's not like the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So. Be under the month, won't it? So I'll have a look in it in a minute. The night goes pretty much without an incident. There were a couple of mice and rats that come out and run around the bar and clean up the odd few scraps and bits and pieces that are left. And there is an old dog that comes out from behind the bar and curls up right near the remnants of the fire that was under the great big pot. And again, it's kind of licking the edge of the pot where it's now cooled and getting off the last scraps of food. Gradually, dawn starts coming, and Van Arden, you're just sat in the bar area, and Rosie's awake.
Woken up.
Rosie's awake, and she's knocked for you. So your name is it Nyla?
Niala.
Sorry, Niala. She's knocked on your door and woken you up. How did you wake up? Were you full of it, or?
I actually wake up 10 minutes ago, and I was just preparing myself and waiting for her.
Okay.
And when she knocked, I just opened with a big smile, showing a bit my teeth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Hello, miss. How are you today? Are we ready?"
I'm absolutely ready for the day. So let's go. So they go outside and they walk through the bar and say, "Good morning, Arden. How are you? You sleep well?"
I'm well, thank you.
Lovely. Right, we're just going outside for a quick dip, and we'll be back in, and I'll get some water on for some tea and things. Got a long day in the line today, I guess, haven't you? And you go outside, and she just, with no holes barred, strips naked and goes, "Just drop your clothes and just jump in."
Okay.
So
Okay.
you do, and you roll around, and you feel absolutely wonderful. The cold, immediate shock makes you tense and pull into yourself. But after a little while, you ease and you kind of start feeling out and reaching out and spreading out your body so that the snow can cover you properly and even penetrate some of that feline fur on your body. And you start feeling it and you're getting cold and begin to shake. And she says, "Right, it's this point, just before you start getting really cold and shivering, jump up and pull your stuff on and we'll go inside and have tea." So you jump up and you go inside, and with that you gain 2 temporary hit points that will last you the day.
2 what?
Temporary hit points that will last you for the day.
Very nice.
What's that?
So on your character sheet, on where it says your HP, I think you can add it in there.
Mm-hmm.
If you click on HP,
Yeah.
there should be a thing called temp.
On the right of hit points, there's temp. Yeah.
And just pop 2 in that. So you got you're feeling really vitalized and sort of super healthy for the day. So you're ready to go. You come in and tea and breakfast is served. It's just very bare basics. The tea is very watery with no milk. No milk, doesn't appear that there is anything around, so it's just a herbal remedy. And you start seeing the other patrons from the Narwhals Tusk trudging, doing up their jackets and trudging outside.
At this point, you see Morrow kind of quite groggily, kind of fur kind of like sticking out everywhere. Just kind of comes in with like a giant warhammer over his shoulder. He's like, "Well, that was an interesting night's sleep, to say the least."
I'm glad you slept well, Rosie shouts.
Thank you, madam. That was it was lovely. It was lovely. He just kind of sits down at one of the tables and just clunks his warhammer on the floor, along with the shield that's kind of on his back, because it kind of prevents him from sitting down because it's that big. But so he kind of like takes it off and puts it down at the side and just sits there and just kind of thinks about life.
Yella is in the corner, actually, near as a fire, where she's just warming herself a bit, and you can see her first starting to poofing out because she's been in the water, and now she's near the fire, so she's a bit fluffy.
Yeah,
This is kind of cute.
There's a slight steam coming off the back of you as the snow evaporates and gradually your fur dries.
And when she saw the fur, she's like, "Oh no!" She just started licking the fur to try to puff it out.
Yeah. So Morrick is late to the table. There's the last few bits of bread and a bit of butter on the table, and some of this weak tea left, and everyone else is getting out and going. And Rosie pipes up and says, "You better hurry up. You don't want to be last in the line. Looks like you might be last in the line anyway."
Sorry, but what line is this again?
The work line, my dear. Surely that's where you've been. Well, the work line, to get some money. Earn moolah. You got to go queue up. You'll get picked. You might get picked. Not everyone gets picked. Some people get picked. Those that don't get picked come back here. And I have to give them credit. Can't feel so sorry for them all, but well, I've got a mother's heart, you see. Yeah, go queue up, and we'll see if you can get some work for the day. And well, best of luck to you, really.
Well, yes, thank you. With this,
What kind of work?
Well, there's all kinds of work that needs doing. There's shipping, there's transfer of fish, there's fishing, there's fish packing, there's fish gutting, there's fishing. Lots of stuff to do with fish, really.
Lots of fish.
You like fish, don't you?
I mean, I don't hate fish. I don't love them, but I don't hate them.
She's judging him right now. She's judging him.
Well, you see, it's a strange thing. You see, the lake here, the frozen lake, is fresh water, and all around is salt water. Special fish, you see, freshwater fish underneath this lake. You have to cut a jolly great hole. The ice is ever so thick, and mostly, and we ship that all over the continent, all over Frohast.
That doesn't sound normal. And he kind of just like his mind kind of like wanders off and kind of just starts like muttering to himself, kind of like trying to like work something out. You can see that like the cogs are turning, but like nothing's coming out.
Okay. Right. So she go. The room is really getting empty now, guys.
Well, we should get going, I guess. Where is the walk line, dear?
You'll see it. Just head outside. The snow's not too thick today, so you should be able to see it just across the other side of the sort of walkway outside as you go out. There's a square.
Okay.
There's the store. Well, if you can still call it a store, it's a shack with some frozen things on it.
Let me guess. Some frozen fish.
Oh yes, plenty of fish.
I thought as much.
Splendid.
With that,
Arden just throws a few extra logs on the fire to keep it going for Rosie for the rest of the day, and then just wraps his cloak around him and steps up and gathers his things and heads towards the door.
Arden, a moment, please.
Arden stops and makes his way over.
Come over here, away from your friends.
Rosie. Arden looks back at the others under the word of friends and just queries that for a moment before making his way over.
Okay. And she slips you like a loaf, a small loaf of bread, some cheese, and a small coin bag with 5 gold in it, 5 gold pieces. She says, "Look, it's not much, but I can see you're on hard times. So take this, and hopefully it'll, well, I don't know. It might help you when you're out there. Now, don't say I never give you nothing."
You're too kind. Thank you.
Probably am. It's probably not for my own good. I mean, trying to run a business here, but like I said, got a mother's heart.
Well, if there's anything I can do to make business easier for you, let me know.
Well, there's only me as staff at the moment, but sometimes when it's super busy, when it's fish season, then there's a lot of bands of people around here. We get very full. People have a few too many drinks. I could maybe do with a security detail, like someone on the door, like a man on the door, like a doorman.
Maybe I can help.
Okay. Van Arden looks just over towards Murik and thinks just the towering size of him, and looks back at Rosie and it's just like, would you not think someone his stature would be more suited to the role?
I like to do business with people that have spoken to me kindly, and I'll treat them with the same kindness. Now, that fellow over there hadn't said 2 words to me, really, apart from I overheard slight dullard tones saying things about how he was uncomfortable. But it's not the best of places, but it's a roof. Okay? You have spoken to me so kindly that I would like to offer you the position if it comes available. It's not time now, but I'll if you're around, I'll give you a shout.
Well,
You are very
thank you once again for your kindness, but as you said yourself, I should probably make my way to the line.
Oh yeah, do that for today. I mean, there's no work for you here today.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Take care.
just hear about the thing, and she's thinking that she's very nice and kind, but at the same moment she look at Moro cook, and she just glare at him because actually the lady did heard him saying bad things about the inn, and she just glare at him like, "Are you happy now? She heard you. Go apologize before I hit you." And she just show her fist like
Despite
this.
Arden's involvement in all this, he's quite oblivious to everything that seems to be going on around. He just makes his way to the door and leaves and makes his way to the
So,
line for the day.
Arden's gone out the door. What are you doing, Sin? Where are you? Mute.
You're mute.
My bad. They're starting something outside, so I don't know if you guys can hear right now. Well, all this was happening. I was just in my room debating whether if I should just keep exploring more of the world I have yet to see, or like keep exploring with this group that I find myself in, or if I should just go home where I'm not really that welcomed yet. Um,
Are you still in your room?
that's like when they were still getting up. I want to say I left my room roughly when Arden was still talking to Rosie,
Mm-hmm.
and got like and met up with them when when Nai how you say your name? Naila? Naini?
Niala.
Nia.
Yala? That's gonna be so difficult to
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, this is kind of this is half French, half
We'll get used to it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and half Japanese, so I can understand what people can't really get it.
Oh, so
Yeah, I want to say I met up with Niala and with the rest of the group, but she was telling Mororuk
Mororuk.
guys.
Okay, so Rosie catches you at the corner of her eye and says, "Oh my God, you must be starving! Here!" And she chucks you one of these sort of loaves of bread that she seems to have stashed in a sort of pinafore. And the rest of them are heading out the door. Morok, are you walking up to apologise, or are you?
Kind of.
Niala is still threatening with her fist.
Don't make me do this.
I've got to say, the guy who was defending men and women's honor alike is the guy that's getting the most shit.
Kind of looks down at Niala and's like, fine, like kind of just like gives her a look like, oh, okay. Kind of just stands up, puts his shield on his back, puts his warhammer over his shoulder, goes up to his like, my dear, I would just like to take back my comments from last night. I had not had enough sleep the night before, and I was very, how do you say, grumpy. I very much apologize. The sleep was remarkable, the food was excellent, and you have been a most gracious host.
I'm going to say make a perform. Are you telling the truth?
Yes.
You
Genuinely.
didn't sleep well.
I did, I just woke up wrong.
Okay, so let's say a
God.
performance then, to see if you're going to sort of convince her with your
This is why
You're
you don't.
barbarian.
This is why you don't dump charisma. That is a 15 minus 1. That's 14.
She looks at you and squints, and she says, "I'll take your word for it, but you're always welcome, as everybody is. Even that brute Nargus welcome. Yeah, make it up to me another time," she says.
As you wish. Just
Oh, he will. I will remind him.
just name what it is you need done, and it will be done. With that, he kind
Right,
of
very well. Hurry up, you lot. You are lagging behind. That line's getting half the length of Frohast by now.
he just bows
Dear.
and just, come on, little one, to Niala.
Little one, I swear to God.
I'm 7 foot.
And I can still teach you a lesson, kid.
So you make your way out the door, and she's right. She seemed to like the snow isn't bad. There's a light dusting of it coming down, and it's bright. The sun is reflecting off of the ice wastes that stretch on for as far as you can see. There are a couple of ramshackle huts. There's the weird shack that has a few odd things, mostly fish, upon it. And then you see gathering the other side is a line of people along what appears to be some sort of more well-trodden area. There is tracks of carts and things that go by. And as you walk away from the narwhal's tusk, you see that it is perched literally right on the edge of the ice lake, sorry, that stretches off. It's huge. Like, you can't see the far side of this lake. It's a massive, massive thing. And you all walk up and join the line, or start kind of moving to the line. There's about 20 to 30 people all lined up in front of, like, there's a post with like a sign on it that someone's hung on it saying work. It looks like it's taken down, removable when it's when there's no work available.
Well, we better get going, or we're not gonna have
How far up the
some
line
work
is
today.
Arden compared to the others?
There is another sort of 4 people coming up behind you, so you're sort of about 25th, from 26th position to 29th position in the line.
Oh.
I mean, in the line, you can see Nyala just trying to not have her paws too cold. So she's just on one paw and another, and she's just like kind of dancing to not be too cold. And she's looking around, looking at the people, and she's like, "This is gonna be long. I'm gonna get cold. This is fine."
Are your paws cold on the floor?
Yes, they're on ice
Would
and
you,
snow.
well, seeing as I have boots and you don't, would you care to sit on my shoulder? To save your paws going cold.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that, maybe?
Would you like to sit on my shoulder to save your paws going cold?
You know what? Maybe, yes. I would like that.
Kind of offers his arm.
But if you're on your knees.
Kind of takes a knee. Climb up, friend.
And she just jump on him with not only sitting but just actually stand up on his shoulder. And she's like,
The claws out.
The door of the narwhal's tusk bangs open, and out stomps Nargith and his boys, like laughing. "See you later, Rosie. Thanks for a good night. I'll see you in my bed tonight, won't I?" She says, "In your dreams, Nargith, in your dreams." And the door slams shut, and him and his boys walk up the line and see Nyala like standing on Morok's shoulders, like, "Hey, boys, got a circus in town. Look at this lot."
You are the only clown I see.
Actually, this is... What did you say?
You are the only clown I see around here. Joking around, making some funny things. You're a clown.
We've even got a comedian in the group. Oh, wonderful. Well, I'll tell you what, actually, if you can stand up there, make a dexterity check for me, Nyala.
Oh God, what's he gonna do?
$17.
You have perfect balance. If you can stand up there like that, you could be useful. Now, you...
Of course I'm useful. I'm a feline.
You, the bottom...
Why wouldn't a bug be useful about fishing?
Well, most times, you see, what happens is I found that cats just sit around in front of the fire and hate you. I'm getting the hate vibes from you pretty strongly right now, but I don't know about your work ethic. but your balance and feline prestige is obvious to me. So you and the bottom of the totem pole here, you, the one with the horns,
Moraruk.
Moraruk, and you, the one on the top,
Nyala.
Nyala and Moraruk, come up the line with me.
Hold on, friend. This what? Who are you to say who goes up the line and who doesn't? Just asking, just so I know where we stand.
I'm one of the heads of one of the caravans, my dear boy.
Well,
Caravan.
I mean, would you have room for 2 others as well?
2 others? Which Muppets are they?
Firstly, they are not Muppets. They are respectable creatures, and it would be these 2. And he kind of gestures to Sin and Arden.
What have they got to offer? So he's looking at you. He's looking at you, Sin. Like, you want work? What can you do?
Well, I can heal you if you need healing, and if you need to move heavy equipment, I could turn into an animal that can help and help along.
Oh, so you can change your shape. You're one of them funny little. What animals do you know? What can you become?
Let me check real quick.
And what,
Well, as long as I see the animal or I know about it, I could turn into any animal you need me. So I could turn into a bull, cow, or anything like that. So,
I think at this level you can actually become like a wolf as well. I think level 3 allows you to become like dogs and things like that as well.
Maybe a bear?
Yeah, maybe bear at level 3 as well.
I'm trying to check. If you could just give me a minute, because I know I saved some like for
Okay.
balance.
Look, he looks to you, Arden. And what about you? You're quiet.
I tend to keep it that way.
Ah, strong silent type. How strong are you?
I wouldn't say I'm strong.
Okay, so what do you think your particular range of skills if you are not strong and you are not loud? Are you stealthy in that case? What do you have to offer a troop such as this traveling across these icy wastes? What use are you?
That's a good question. I suppose I'm fast.
Quick. All right.
Although I'm not sure what use you would have for somebody who is quick.
Well, things can surprise you out there in the wastes when the snow's thick, when you can't see more than
That's true.
6 inches in front of your face. And yeah,
I suppose I don't have to outrun the dire wolves. I just have to outrun you.
outrun me. You look like a lithe little man, but I can throw an axe pretty far. And he lifts up like his arm, and you can see it like rippling with muscle. I reckon I could hit you.
Well, as you said,
Show
the fog's
off.
thick. You wouldn't be able to see me that far ahead.
If you're this
Not
strong,
no.
mister, you can maybe carry us awful.
I do have a rather hungry pack of wolves and dogs that pull the sleds, though, and they don't need to see to catch you.
Sound like quite the beast, master.
I have certain talents, yes. That's why I've attained this glorious position, king of the shithole. and have to talk to you guys. Now, come on,
Shit.
horn guy, and you, Nyala. Let's go. Let's get to the front of the line. You guys need to do something to kind of convince. Sin, I'd like you to make like a persuasion check.
Okay. Let's see.
Persuasion. Where is it?
Persuade. Okay.
No, you're all right, Nyala. Just Sin for the moment.
Oh, natural one.
Natural one. He's not convinced by you.
Is Nyala still on the shoulders?
Yeah, that's
Rook?
fine.
I am.
He's kind of doing this. He's like gesturing you up the line to like Morok and Nyala.
Arden's now going to try and jump on the shoulders of Nyala.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh yeah.
Do a dex for me. No,
This could go
acrobatic.
horribly wrong.
Acrobatic.
Yes.
Despite the proficiency, this could go horribly wrong.
Yes.
I love it.
Hey, you wanted him to show off. I mean, that could be worse. It's a 15.
It's okay.
You land on top, but you don't land on Nyala's shoulders. Your feet sort of, your toes catch, but then slide down her back, and then you're kind of hugging round Nyala while standing on the shoulders of Morok.
Okay.
Oh,
And she's just, what are you doing, stupid human?
It looked comfy up here.
Nyala,
Comfy, get up here. Help me. I carry you, but get up.
Man kind of pushes off and tries to do some kind of somersault and land back on the ground to try and save face.
Okay, go on then. Do another one.
Superhero landing.
Yeah, like fist in the floor.
Okay,
I
that's a
said
little
get
bit
up, no,
better.
get down.
That's a 17.
Right, you flip, you land without a stumble, and Nagath just kind of looks at you like, you've got spirit. All right, you as well. Come with me up the line. And he looks to Sin and thinks, and looks at the boys and says, cannon fodder? Yeah.
She's coming.
We might need to bait something, I suppose. You, pointy ears, come on. And like so that the four of you are walking up the line with the sort of tip off and like hint of Morok that pointed you guys out from the rest of the guys. He was going to pick a few people anyway to make up bodies on the caravan. So you head up to the front of the line, and there's him, his boys, and you four standing at the head of the line. To one side you guys are, and he takes another couple of people out of the line, walking up and down, making a big show of it, that he like really matters who he's picking out of the line. And he picks a few people to go in another caravan. And he sends the two thugs off that are with him, his two kind of henchmen, and they come back moments later with these kind of big sleds with drawn by wolves, like big wolves, and like dogs type, kind of half wolf, half dog type things. So they're big dogs, and there's 8 in each set, and there are 2 of these that you can see at the moment. Make a perception check, everybody.
Perception. Oh.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, I got a 12.
I got a 10.
17 again.
Okay, so Morok and Arden, you start hearing this kind of high-pitched sound coming from the ice lake.
I should be hearing that because of feeling feline things. They hear some very high frequency sounds.
What was your passive?
My passive is 14.
No, you've got snow in your ears.
Nah. That's because of you, Morg.
Apologies.
So yeah, you hear this kind of slicing sound.
Kind of turn to Arden. That doesn't sound good.
What doesn't sound good?
Not to worry. You'll be
Not
safe
to
with me.
worry.
You'll be safe.
I'm not trusting you on this. What is going on before I tap your head with my paw?
Just a noise. Don't worry.
It's
Noise
getting
on the
closer.
ice.
Yes, it is a noise on the ice. I'm
Getting
sure.
closer.
Is it cracking?
It doesn't quite sound like cracking.
Do you know
Sounds-
what
I just
cracking ice is?
I put my hand on my hilt and move closer.
Okay, you're sort of it's kind of coming from behind, from your perspective, from behind the narwhal's tusk, like out on the lake somewhere. You can see it spreading out the lake either side, but the sound's coming from almost directly behind the narwhal.
Would a better vantage point be on the roof of the narwhal?
Yeah, it's quite easy to climb because it's just a snowdrift.
Okay.
Basically,
He's just
like
going
a-
to climb on top and see if he can see anything clearer up there.
You run down and you look, and in the distance, coming closer and closer, you see a similar pack of creatures charging across the ice.
Can I see it since I'm in height too?
Not from the angle, you're further away unless Mora moves up.
Okay.
I'll move up.
You move up, and with increased height, Nyala, you can see over, and you see these
dear.
animals running across the ice.
What in the freak is going on?
What?
And then
don't
again,
think they're
this
friendly.
shing, shing, shing sound.
What do your cat eyes see?
Fucking hell, I got zero reference. Why?
It had to be done. I'm sorry. It had to be
When
done.
there's an elf in the party and you actually do it to a cat.
I don't have the elf on my shoulder.
No, you have the cat. And my cat see there's a bunch of creature coming to us and they are not sound very friendly.
Ah.
Yeah, it's you can hear the pads of these creatures now on the ice thundering along, and as they come closer, you can see that they're actually polar bears. There's like 4 polar bears, like running towards you.
Bears,
Make
we have to get out now.
Van Arlen and Nyala, make insight.
Uh, 19.
Okay.
19.
14.
Sorry, say again, Arden.
14.
14. So it's kind of a group one. You're looking together, but Nyala, you notice that it doesn't look like they're moving randomly. They're almost in like a formation.
Wait, this is weird. This is like a formation or something.
Do you reckon we should warn Sergeant?
Yes, we should, and maybe I don't like to say this, the men that provide us work can maybe help us, inform us on this strange behavior and quick.
Yes, I'd agree with that.
So that she
Yes.
just
Tell them
search
to go
for
up.
the man in the crowd and just yell, "Hey, There's polar bears that in the formation here. Do you know anything?
I know many things. Of course, I know things. That's why I'm here. I know quite a lot of stuff, in fact. And what
Well,
did you say?
there are polar bears that are running to us in a formation. So, do you have information of that, Mister Intelligence of the Snow?
Well, I do. They are late.
So
Late.
these are yours.
Not mine, no, but they are late. They are coming here for me.
Oh,
And as they get closer, the bears, you see behind there is a sort of ramshackle, metallic sled being pulled behind these polar bears. It's large. It has a huge kind of back section to it, all encased, and you can see someone like at reins. And now they're closer. You can see that the reins are wrapped around these great beasts, and they charge across the ice. And their paws are perfectly designed for gripping into the ice, the ice rather than the snow, and they can run at great speed. And they come towards, and gradually their pace slows to a kind of a canter and then a patter, and they patter and walk round, guide is piloted masterfully round to the front of the narwhal's tusk, and there is wrapped up character on the front, like fully encased in layers of scarves and hats and all that kind of stuff.
Well, mister, looks like your car is here.
Excellent. Who's under there today? Is it Dryad? Dryad, I knew it was you, wrapped up like that. Come on, get that scarf off. Here, and he reaches, Nargath reaches in his pocket and pulls out like a flask. Get that in you. And the character pulls its scarf up and down, and a huge beard appears, but beautiful eyelashes and well manicured eyebrows, and you realize that this is a female dwarf sat upon the front of this sled that's been steering them across the ice. And she says, "Hey, I could do with a nip." And she takes a flask from Nargath and takes a healthy swig of this stuff. That's the stuff that'll melt your bones.
Yella is just murmuring to a Morg. That's a she?
Just nods. Just like
Okay.
subtly nods.
Okay. I don't get it.
I just muttered, just as much body hair as you.
She has less, and she still look man-like.
You do notice that at the ends of her mustaches, she has got some rather dainty bows tied in. Almost like pigtails at the end.
Brilliant.
It's not helping the stereotype, is it?
No.
So she jumps down from the cart and says, "Right, you can unload that. I'm going in for a wee piss and a drink." And she marches off towards the narwhal's tusk, flings open the door. "Rosie!" And then the door slams and you can't hear the rest of the conversation.
Classy, aren't they, dwarves?
Yeah. Is it all like this?
Unfortunately, yes.
Fucking hell.
I know.
Why did I leave my Graceland? Oh yeah, someone burned it.
Oh, that would do it.
Mm.
Did she want us
Just
to unload
elbow
this?
Rook in the side, and I pull out the loaf of bread, and I just pass it to Rook.
Thank you kindly,
I
friend.
feel like you guys will probably need this more than I will today.
No, it's yours. You keep it, and should such a time arise where I may need a bite, I'll know where it is. But thank you.
Nargoth
Growing
walks up
lads
and
such
goes.
as yourself.
Sorry, say again. Arden, I missed that. Do you say that again,
Sorry,
Arden?
sorry, my video is stuttering a little bit.
All right.
He just says a growing lad such as yourself.
I mean,
Hey, big guy's got to eat.
Nargoth walks over and says, "Well, this is all very touching, and you seem to be getting on mighty fine. There is work to do. Please, open up the back of that, take the thing from in there, and put them in the other one. It's a simple task. Even you four should be able to conquer that."
As you wish, sir.
Sir, now. Well, that is a turn up for the books.
Yellow is not having it. She's kind of growling, but not too loud. Just a bit for Muruk to hear it.
Yeah, just kind of like looks up and just like rolls his eyes.
Is the
Actually,
hair
if you're
on her
looking
back
up,
standing up?
if you're looking up, she's not. She doesn't have pants. She's in a dress, and you're looking them for a dress.
Oh,
He's trying to look up, but isn't looking up.
Could have told me that.
It wouldn't be funny. And I did share the photo.
So you make your way to the back of this metal container, and it has two large doors on it.
Is there like a lock or anything on these doors?
There's a large bolt that's across it.
It's gonna just open it.
It's really stiff. Make a strength.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna help since I'm on his shoulder. I'm going to.
Okay, and
Try
assist
to,
then. So assist with that. So advantage.
Yeah. That is +3. That is 18.
18, and that's the best. That was your best score, was it?
Yes.
Yeah. The bolt comes open and pulls around. The frost that was holding it tight, that had obviously formed over the trek over the thing, comes away, and the bolt is undone.
Look inside. What's inside?
How are you opening the doors?
Just kind of. Is it just like two doors?
Yeah.
Just kind of just pull them open.
A huge tide of fish falls out of the back of this thing and covers you up to
I'm well away at this point.
yeah, same.
up to about your sort of thighs. And there is the smell. Can you make a con check, Nyala and Mora?
Is that a con save?
A con save, yeah.
Wouldn't Yala enjoy this though?
That is a natural 1.
Oh dear.
Oh,
That's
Plus
a nat
4, that's
20.
5.
Okay.
How much can a Minotaur vomit?
20. I'm at 21.
Okay. Nyala loves it, like breathes deeply, and takes in the waft of all this like mound of fish and octopus pieces and heads and eyes, and Morok vomits into the pile of stuff.
If I could jump on this. In this.
I just
Did you do that?
call over.
Did you do
Are you
that,
sure
though?
you don't want
I
the
would
bread
like
now?
me to do that.
Sorry.
And I'm just I just jump on it and do it my best jump, my most beautiful jump in the fishes, and stuck my head out with a fish in my mouth, and like, this is paradise.
She does a Scrooge McDuck into a pile of fish.
Yeah. So you jump in, but you jump in and you don't realise that the timing. And as you jump through the air, the arc of Mororuk's vomit is in front of you, and you dive
Ah.
through the arc of Morok's vomit, face first, into the fish, and come up with a fish in your mouth, but also dripping with chunks of bread and fish. And
I'm
Fucking
going to
fish.
forgive you this because I have fish. But you better have a hand gift right now.
I do apologise.
I just come up behind him, patting him on the. We go to hand him that loaf of bread again.
Nargath is walking down the length of the Sin. You're not involved in this, but you see Nargath start making his way down to the back of the vehicle.
Oh.
He's probably not.
What do you do, Sin?
Me? Well, I did see Rook grow up and all the fish that we were supposed to carry somewhere.
Have you got
carry to another
prestidigitation?
place.
That would certainly help right now.
I don't think I have that spell. I don't think I have it.
Oh,
It's a cantrip. It would be
No.
very useful right now.
No, I don't.
I'm a monk, so I don't have anything that can help this situation.
You're just
Nyala is just trying to clean herself.
Are you
And
still
she's
in
just-
the pilot? But you're still in the pile of fish, right? So Nargath has made it to the back of the vehicle now, and he just looks. There's like Morowak, like dripping with vomit.
I
Nyala's
just take
like
2
covered in
steps
vomit
away from all of them.
with a fish in her mouth. Sin standing, looking stunned, and Van Arden like rubbing Morok's back, like still like, "You're right, big guy. Okay." And then takes her hands away and puts her hands up. What the hell do you think you're playing at?
I'm
I
not
don't
playing.
like fish.
Actually, I would like to say your fish smell really great, and I think this is going to be your best fishing of the month because the fish are very squishy. There are plenty of meat in it.
Make a persuasion check. Like
Oh.
you're trying to persuade him that they're good, I guess.
No, I'm telling the truth.
Okay. So performance then? It's performance or persuasion, I guess then. See if he believes your script that you're saying.
18.
He believes. Oh, really?
18.
Well, I suppose you are someone who would know about that, being your species that you are. Anything else you can tell me about these fish? That one, I'll tell you something actually. That is being deducted from your wages.
I'm fine with it. This is really a nice fish. This one maybe is a bit young, so it could have been caught a bit more later. But this is still good, good meat. Maybe in some soup or just, cook on the grill would be just fine. For the
And just poke her in the back
octopus,
to try and get
All
her to
right,
shut
all
the
right,
top.
all right. I've heard enough. Get the fish off the bleeding ground and get it on the carts.
yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
Do you have an handkerchief, though?
Sorry, say again.
Do you have something to wipe this
Fish. guts.
ugly
guts.
liquid from my face?
He reaches in his pocket and he pulls out the most disgusting piece of cloth that you have ever seen. It's an orc who's been in the snow for many years. That is going to create some runny noses, and hands you this cloth.
No.
Yeah, she tried to find a good spot, and when she do, she just She just not fully wiping, just tapping a
Dabbing it
bit.
off.
Yeah.
He takes the handkerchief back off of you and blows his nose and stuffs it back in his pocket. Vomit,
Oh, dear.
fish guts and all.
Okay. Well, thank you.
It's quite
Now let's
all right.
get to it.
Thanks for my culinary lesson on the fish. Don't eat it myself.
Yeah, well, if you need my help for fishes, you can always call me. Because I'm an expert, so you can call me.
I believe that. Now, are you going to do some work today, or are you going to sit around in fish or vomiting on fish?
We are going to get to work if Moruk will kindly just back out.
As you wish.
Mora
Thank
backs
you.
out and the fish kind of cascade from around him. Your legs are quite damp now from the they stink. Your shins downwards basically they haven't been gutted. They're just caught and dead. But there is a smell.
You didn't strike me for the sensitive type.
Shut up. I just don't like fish.
I like fish, so you better shut up.
I'm a vegetarian, but it doesn't make me vomit.
Normally I'm okay. I just don't know what came over me. I think it might have just been...
Have a chew on that bread and lie on your stomach.
I don't think I could stomach anything at the moment, if I'm honest with you.
So
Right.
Nargis looking at this conversation going on, and he's like, "Please."
Okay. Yeah.
So, quick question: how much weight is there of fish?
Well, there are crates in the back of this vehicle that seems they have sort of capsized that they were in, so the fish are able to be. You can just see these crates have kind of toppled inside. You assume that they were all stacked neatly in there, but maybe on the force of you opening the door. Oh, sorry, my phone's doing something weird and it's got something over your screen now. I do apologize. Yeah, you just make the sort of assumption that that they were in those crates, so they would be liftable by anyone really. They're sort of quite ergonomic in their design.
Yeah.
So Nyala is I think the closest to the kind of thing. So she just grab one and pass on for to. You're still near Moruk, or you're
Yeah.
just too far?
No,
Yes.
still there. I can carry about 500 pounds. So
Okay, so she give
lay
you
on.
one, she take another, and she give you another one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Now go.
just in one hand.
The across the way, so you've got to go across some distance at the moment to where the other two that are drawn by wolves are. So I'll let you call it. So you're carrying this stuff. How high have you stacked it on him, Yala?
I have stacked two.
Stack two. So they're about a foot deep. So you can easily see over them.
Yeah. I'll just go and dump it on the sled.
Yeah. So you're walking over. That is no weight for you to carry, and you can see quite clearly. And you do it, and you load up the first bit onto the sled. What are the rest of you guys doing? Sin and Arden?
I'm just passing to
I turn
everyone
to
that
Sin.
come near.
Turn to Sin and I just go, so is there something you could turn into that would be useful right about now? I don't know. I think you mentioned a cow. Cows don't eat fish, do they?
As of right now, I can only turn into like a bear, dire wolf in case of emergencies.
The bear will do
would
right,
be
I
suitable.
think.
A bear?
I look around on the back of the thing. Do I see any saddles or any kind of lashings of any kind that could be useful to use?
There are the You look make a wisdom.
Just in case, like, there's a spare one for one of the polar bears.
Okay, make an investigation because now you made it more specific. Make a.
I'll help him. So you get advantage and stuff.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, 2 rolls. Take the best.
So the best one I had was a 4.
Ooh.
You see you see no other harnesses.
It's just the fumes from the fish making my eyes water.
You see no other ones than the ones that are on the polar bears.
Right.
Do you think we could just take one off the polar bear and then put it on me?
No, we won't do that because you know why?
I don't
They're
think we should
gonna be
upset
mad at us.
patrons.
Hmm.
I've got some rope. We'll just use that. So I start filling up 2 crates.
Mm-hmm.
Synth,
And I turn into a bear, obviously.
Okay.
and then
As you do so, I kind of pass on one box, and I'm trying to fit it on your back, just to be balanced enough. And I kind of turn to Arden and look. Can you maybe hold this in place?
Okay. I
Thank
do have
you.
some rope. This might help.
Kind
It
of.
might be better to lash it underneath her than me. I don't know the anatomy of a bear.
Okay, so you are trying to make some sort of temporary makeshift thing, like
Just
saddle.
kind of
slash
pop the
carriage?
boxes on the bear's back and then lash the rope around so they don't fall off.
Okay, like a sleight of hand
Pretty
then,
basic.
I guess, because it's quite it's a dexterous thing, like a sleight of hand or a dex, I guess. Because you're tying fine knots, so probably sleight of hand.
Okay.
That's
So
a
me or
19.
him?
It's a 19.
Oh yeah, I was holding, wasn't I? I rolled a 19.
Ah,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
Go
Well,
on.
the lashing works, and this seems to be a suitable way to get the stuff across. So you've got Nyala loading the crates, Van Arden unlashing and lashing the crates to the bear, and slowly but surely you pick up all the stuff, and you're loading up the other 2 wolf-drawn carts. And
What about the fishes on my feet? Because I'm still in the pile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're picking up them because
We're taking
Naga
the
was
fish into the.
I'm having actually a hard time not wanting to eat some because there's this fish. I like fish. I want fish, but I can't have fish. I still have one in
I
my
feel
mouth.
like we should have invested in a spray bottle.
You, mister, are sleeping on the couch tonight.
We're surrounded by snow.
I did last night.
Snowballs.
There's a gradual piece of drool starting to run down Nyala's fang and cheek as she's trying desperately not to try and eat more fish and have more money deducted off of her pay by Nargith. And you proceed through, and eventually the caravan's loaded up, and he goes, "Well done! It took you half a day. Fantastic. Now, let's all saddle up and make a move." So he asks to split you guys. So there is Nargith on one, and his 2 sort of henchmen on the other. Who's going with who?
I'm gonna stick with
I know.
Moruk.
I should
What?
probably go on the other sled. I don't think me and Nargith are on best terms right now.
Yeah, I'll join Arden if I can.
Okay. So
Sounds like a plan.
yeah, you guys head towards the one where the 2 henchmen are. Marok and Nyala join Nargith. Right, there's room in the back there. Hop on board. their supplies. I want you to make sure they're all nicely stowed away. Strap everything to the sides, and we'll head off for to where our little quest, our little trip for the day. Now, he pulls out a map before you all mount up fully onto each cart, and he shows you, look, we are where the big X is. You see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are heading to Kakanzax. You see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's got the map very kind of tactically folded. He's got it folded over so you can only see this section of it. And that is going to take us approximately three days to get across there. Weather depending. Now, we need to get going as soon as possible, or else we'll lose the light. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go.
So you all,
May I just ask,
yes.
what happened to your last team?
Last team. Well, they're all.
Well, I
they
doubt that
all.
we're the first that you've hired.
You certainly are not. The others have gone off to fame and fortune.
Hmm.
I mean, obviously, I feel like I don't need to insight check that to know that that's bullshit. But do I have to anyway?
He was saying it sarcastically.
Okay, I know, but Arden's charisma is so low, he might actually believe him.
I'm not.
Go on then, just for because it'll make it funny.
Nat one.
Oh no.
Could you imagine? Insight's wisdom, so it's not bad. That's a 15.
Okay.
You believe that he is pulling your leg. He's joking, but
Good.
he doesn't give away what did happen to them.
Yeah.
Yella is just not trusting him, like at all. She just look at him like that, and she's like, "Nah, I'm not having it."
Come
Right.
on, then.
Arden does a rotation round the sled that he's going to be on, checking all the straps, making sure they're nice and tight, but enough wiggle room for stuff bumping around, but making sure everything's secure.
I would be by the animals, trying to see if they are good or not, if someone is injured or kind of thing like that.
They sniff you, the dogs. They are very interested in your feline scent, and are sort of edgy. And Nargath goes, "Down, boys. It's not food."
I'm sorry?
I'm just telling the boys that you are not a meal. You are staff.
Why would they want to hit me?
Because you're a cat.
Cat. Yeah.
That doesn't mean they want to hit me.
Well, they'll eat pretty
What
much.
kind of psycho are you?
I found that dogs, when they're hungry, will eat pretty much anything. If
That's
they're hungry enough. Now, these have been fed recently,
okay.
but we've got supplies for them to feed them, but we need to get
Okay.
going. Or else
Yes.
it'll be another meal, and I'll have to pay for another meal. And that means less profit at the end of the day, because I'm paying for these bleeding dogs.
Yes.
One last thing
And
before
why
we set
aren't
off,
we
we never
moving?
did. Before we set off, we never did discuss the particulars of payment and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it's going to be 25 ahead if you make it across. It's really harsh out there, all right? Things can happen. Like I said, snow's thick, all kinds of beasts and things out there in the white. Now, I'm going to knock one off of you, Madam Nyala, because
Yeah.
you've been stuffing fish. Now, I don't think you just had that one.
Hmm.
So that is your payment when we get to Kakatanzax. My boss is there to pay us. That is your share.
Okay.
Well,
Is
by the
fish?
sounds of it,
It's
you've sorry, go on.
that's okay.
By the sounds of it, you've made it out to be a pretty treacherous journey. Would there not be a particular hazard pay involved or anything like that?
Hazard pay? You're the hazard to my mental well-being. That is the only thing that there is a hazard of happening to me. I'm only really concerned about me. If you a bigger share, you need to prove yourself. I don't know you from Adam
That's fair.
or Eve or any other sort of religious iconography that there might exist. I don't know you from any of them. Now, please, let's go.
Let's
I
get going.
already said yes. So why are you waiting for us to finish our conversation? We can talk on the walk.
It seems the quietest fella of your group has suddenly found his voice and would like to discuss every single fine point of this. We are travelling on ahead
Ah,
across the ice to get money.
Just
then let's get going. What are you waiting for? You slow.
Meanwhile, while the bickering is still going on, Arden's actually run off and jumped onto the sled. And just hurry up, then.
Hey, you do not command me, mister. And
I
she
don't-
just
I don't
she
think
just
he was
go
talking.
to him and just come to him in the end.
So everyone gets on the sleds and starts making their way out. So what we'll do now is, if you guys want, we'll do a quick break and go and top up drinks,
Yeah.
get to the loo, that kind of stuff. And I'll just right. So you're heading out into the icy plains, and the geography you've been on. This is your planet, and you've been on this planet for many years. And the geography, or rather the celestial mechanics of Earl, is that the Earl is in a geosynchronous orbit with its sun. So its side that you are on is always pretty much facing the sun. The sun never really truly sets on the higher up continents. So the more northerly continents, the sun doesn't ever set, just sort of sits red glowing on the dip of the horizon. However, down on the lower southerly continent of Frohast, it does get truly dark, and the sun starts dipping behind the horizons as the sleds speed across, and it's getting near dusk. And Nargith pulls his sled dogs to a halt, and the pack begins to slow, and he says, "Right, this is about as far as we can get for the day. We need to make camp. So
Okay.
if you can make yourselves useful, ladies and gents." So you need to sort of start making shelters and stuff.
What do I have? I have rope. I have a tinder
I'm
box.
assuming
I
that
got
there's, like,
torches. I have a hunting trap. Yeah, I have a bedroll.
Alright, I got a bedroll and a blanket. I'm good. That's all I need.
I'm assuming that there's tents in the sled.
Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna help.
Okay, assist.
I mean,
Mm.
yeah, okay. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, so you look inside, there's all manner of sort of extra it looks like animal skins that or leathered animal skin, great big sort of sewn together swathes of that. There's also shovels, and there's also like sturdy looking wooden poles that look like they are might be able to prop up the roof of a tent.
Okay. So can I like make kind of like a basic frame out of like the poles and the leather skins and stuff, and then kind of like pack the snow on top to like almost make like an igloo?
Yeah, you can. Is anyone assisting with this? Are you telling anyone that you're doing this?
Yes. Let's all make these because this would be warm and
Yeah.
insulated.
So I'm gonna
I'll help.
make like, I guess like a survival type.
Survival.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that normal roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can do it as an assist. So yeah, do it like with advantage if you told those guys. Yeah.
So that is +1. So that is a 17.
So
Ooh.
yeah,
Do we need
tent's
to make
going up.
assist rolls?
Go on then, see what you get. See if anyone's.
Well, I already did, and I'm asking just in case you say no, which is perfectly fine. I'm happy if you want to say no,
Oh no.
because I might have
Oh,
I might have rolled a natural 1.
Okay, so.
I got a 10.
Okay, and what do you get, Sam?
18.
He should have just let
okay.
Rick do it on his own.
You should have just shut up.
Arden gets out one of the poles and somehow manages actually to snap one of these sturdy poles in half. It looked like it was really should be strong enough to hold up a tent in a gale, but one of the poles is now missing. So there is a gap in the tent from the kind of construction that you are making. As part of the
I have a spare.
is flapping. You have a spare?
I have a spare. For some reason, in my equipment, I have a pole, a 10-foot pole. Why? I don't know. Starting equipment, man. Just is what it is. 10-foot pole. Where I've got that hidden, I have no idea.
So, very discreetly about your person, you seem to pull out, like a magician's hat, a 10-foot pole, and then offer it to Morik, who was looking at you like shaking his head, but kind of goes, oh, yeah, and nods, and is kind of impressed with your ability to secrete objects about your person.
Yala is just looking at him. He's like,
Oh my goodness.
Just look at them like, what?
is it legal?
Perfectly normal.
Doesn't matter, just give it here and it's kind of like picks grabs it with like 2 fingers like, where have you kept this?
It's slightly sticky.
No.
You take the slightly sticky pole and finish your construction. It's still quite cold at the moment.
Hey, like, it's your imagination, not mine.
It's pretty cold at the moment, guys.
Arden takes out a flask of oil, which is supposedly the sticky, slick substance that might have leaked onto one of the poles.
One of the poles. How many have you got?
The pole, sorry.
Jesus. Crikey, Riley.
But the nights can be lonely.
No.
You a monk.
Should we just
How
take
are
a moment?
monks supposed to be?
Everyone is kind of more and more concerned about Van Arden's past. There's a growing kind of suspicion and also intrigue in everyone's mind as to what Van Arden has previously been up to.
Oh my days.
Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, moving
character,
swiftly on.
character. No more corpsing. Yeah, right. That's going to happen.
Why?
We should light a fire, or at least attempt to.
Yeah.
Van Arden just starts taking out. He's got a tinderbox, a a flask of oil. Yeah, I think that's all that he's got that would be useful at this point.
Okay. On your looking through the back of the cabin, you did find like bundles of kindling and fire stuff as well.
Let's make
Awesome.
a fire.
Cool.
If
So
I could just set it up, I can just use my druid magic and just,
Is
start
the
it.
is the snow or is it ice?
where you are, it's quite deep. You've been able to dig it, but where you've dug it down and dug up the sides, you're down to a more compact layer of snow at the moment.
Okay. So Van Arden kind of digs like a circle. So like how usually in the forest, like you make a wooden circle and like a little pit.
Yeah.
Obviously he just does that, but with like snow, and gets down to the compact ice and then kind of has a wall of snow around it to try and block the wind.
Yeah. Okay. So the fire goes off. Everyone, like, there's decent wooden stuff that you can make the fire with. It's not hard to do this. You've been out in the wilderness. Anyone can light a fire. The shelter that you've built and the edges have prevented any sort of large gusts at this time. At the moment, there's not a great amount of wind blowing at the moment, and you gather around the fire, and Nargith goes and opens up. It goes into the back of the cart that he was in. Climbs past goes quite deep inside, and you see the kind of cart shaking with his weight as he's going through it. And he comes out, and he's got in his hands he's got some dried meats and stuff like that. And he goes and feeds the dogs first, and then brings the rest to you guys. You are, supper's up. Get chewing on that.
Thank you kindly.
Arden pulls a face at the meat and just takes out one of his little ration packets.
And you start, you munch. Oh, too good for you. Not good enough for you, are they? Quiet one.
He just stays quiet, doesn't rise to the bait.
Oh, well, this is going to be a nice night gathered round the fire with you chatterboxes, isn't it? Now, tell me about yourself. Look, you, Sin, a lady, what's your story? You all look pretty much out of place apart from the quiet one over there. The cold suits him. But the rest of you don't look like this is your kind of place. Now, Sin, tell me, what brings you down this way?
Well, I'm originally up north. I'm not really liked over there from my family because of my heritage, if you can say. And I just got tired of just having to deal with them and staying in the same place. So I decided to come down south to explore more of the land. Because I know there's more out there, and I want to see the rest of it.
Well, you certainly see some of that here with me. There's many things out there that'll probably eat you, but we'll do our best to try and get them to only eat maybe part of you.
I'm sorry, Art.
Well, you're no good to me eating whole, but without an arm or something, you can, I don't know, you can feed the dogs.
No, you don't have to worry about me. I did live up to be at least 40, around 50 years now, just by being careless.
I suppose that's true.
Arden's looking around during the conversation, just counting how many of the henchmen there were again, and did they make a tent of their own or a shelter of their own or not?
So there's kind of a fashion central communal area under in this sort of circle of poles and things that Morok's constructed, and then to the sides, people are starting to lay out their bedrolls. So it's a communal sort of campground using one fire.
So the tent that's been made is quite large then.
Yeah. There's enough room to sleep all of the folks that are you're with.
Okay. And
Okay, so
how many
giant
henchmen were
tent.
there again?
How many henchmen were there?
Was it just the 4?
With
First 2.
there's Nargith himself. There's 2 sort of guys that were hanging out with him very closely, and another 4 people from the line.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Oh wow.
But
I was not
they
Oh,
weren't,
okay. 4
they
people,
weren't-
extra people from the line. Okay.
they weren't part of his like his crew or whatever. They were just like the same as you guys, picked out of the line.
Continue.
So it's,
Yeah,
so it's
selection.
technically just him and 2 other people.
Sorry, say again.
So it's technically just him and 2 other people that
They're the leaders of this this excursion. Yeah.
right. And you said there was a giant tent, like just one giant tent.
What I'm picturing is a bank of snow, like this on one side, with holes and stuff coming out of it that Morok put into the ground with the snow, packed it around. The animal skin suspended above it somehow. The far side of it that isn't covered by the snow wall is where the carts and the vehicles that you've been traveling in are, and then the fire in a central area, and that heat is going up and kind of being angled down by the cover that you're underneath. It's not tall enough to catch the top and set a fire. It looks pretty well tanned, the hide, and well worn, so it doesn't look like it's going to catch on fire at all.
Oh, okay. All right.
And there's kind of spaces around near the snowbank that will heat you up
All right.
and keep you warm by the fire.
Beautiful.
Nyala just roll a bedroll, and she's like, this is gonna be funny. Do you see sometimes your cat just do something like this with where they're gonna sleep?
They call it like making biscuits, don't they?
Yeah. She does that to all the bed, and she's just sleeping, and she's like, well, tomorrow's gonna be tough, so I'm going to sleep, people. And she's like, she just like go inside the bedroll and cover a face with a pose like this, and she's just like sleeping like this.
Okay, and the rest of you guys?
Sat around the fire, trying to keep warm.
Yeah, your bellies are pretty. You're reasonably well fed with the ration that Nargith gave you. It was quite tough, but palatable to those that eat it, who have eaten it. If you are eating it, okay? I'm making that assumption.
Let's see.
Thank you.
Did you eat the ration that Morgan gave you, guys?
Yeah.
Cool. You munch it down.
Nope.
It's tough, but it's not. It doesn't seem to have any ill effects. And Nargith starts regaling you with tales of different creatures that he's seen over the years, and the money that one day he's going to reap and save up and get out of here and be able to travel further afield.
Can I insight check him to see whether he's full of shit?
Go on then.
Oh God.
I'm just sleeping.
I mean, we all know how well this went last time.
Yeah.
Oh, That's actually really good. 18 plus 3, 21.
Oh,
So you believe
Oh.
that he has seen about half of the monsters and creatures that he's talking about. You also believe
Some of
that
them, do some of them even sound like they don't exist?
some of them,
Like made up creatures.
yeah, he described a three-headed beast that had the head of a wolf, a polar bear, and a penguin, and you didn't believe him about that one.
That's brilliant.
But you also know from your insight that Nargith is probably bound forever to be doing this run from the lake to Kikanzax because he'll never be able to save up enough money because he just hasn't got the sort of willpower, intelligence, or patience to do that.
yeah.
Sad.
He gave Bros like a good like pouch of coin, right? Earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a spender. Right, that's it. That's what I want.
What are you guys doing? Bedding down for the night?
I'm gonna kind of like wait until everyone else has gone, just to make sure that like there's no like shady business, and then
That's exactly what Arden was going to do.
and then like when him and his cronies have gone to bed, that's when I'll turn in.
Okay, cool. So everyone kips down and goes off to sleep. Bernardin, are you doing your monk business and sitting around the fire, keeping it like
Doing the whole Zen thing.
yeah, and you're kind of poking the fire and stuff like that. Can you make a perception check for me?
Oh,
I wish I'd chosen proficiency.
Well, I, for myself, had a lot of proficiency on many things.
What is that?
Well, it's a 6.
Okay.
Technically, it was a 3, but my modifier's good. But the roll was awful.
You're sat in front of the fire and you're staring deeply into the flames, and your mind drifts off into older times. Even though you're trying as hard as you can to keep your mind blank and enter that Zen space, you think back to your old master
no.
and your heart sinks slightly as you think about where and when you last saw him and where he could possibly be, if they're still alive, and if you'll ever find him again. And then can Nyala make a perception check with your actually, what's your passive Morak and Sin?
Oh,
Perception?
Yeah.
16.
13.
Okay. Sin, with your elven ears, you hear some sort of you're awoken from your sleep. Something's awoken you, and there's a low rumbling.
I just like get out of like bed and like just look around real quick to see where I like hear or to look at the direction from where I hear it.
It's kind of the other side of the. Oh, sorry. It's kind of the other side of the snow wall. You can hear it coming outside of your kind of your little caravan of vehicles and snow that's around you. You hear this rumbling coming. And Van Ard and you see that Sin sat up, looking round.
What's up?
Do you hear rumbling?
No. Should I?
I'm not. It might just be me, but I hear rumbling from the other side of
I listen
mean,
closer. Do I hear anything?
can I hear it when I sleep? Like my hair's twitching and.
Not with your passive, and you're asleep, so you kind of got disadvantage on it, so you're not that aware. So, where are you moving towards, Van Arden?
I just stand up and move over towards Sin.
Closer to that side, you almost, as your feet touch the floor on the harder ice that's near the fire, you can almost feel something through your toes.
He turns around and runs back to the fire and pours half of the contents of his water skin over the fire.
So there's a great hissing sound, and it's dark now, very, very dark. And Naga says, "What the hell's going on?"
Shh! Quiet.
You don't tell me to shush. What the hell's going on?
If you want to live, you will be quiet.
Some people are trying to sleep.
Intimidation. Miala's awake and Marik's awake as well in this kind of
Okay.
Intimidation?
Van Arden make an intimidation with that, trying to shut up. No, Naga.
It's a 17.
He's actually stunned and goes, What on earth is it that you are doing? Why have you put the fire? It's going to be absolutely freezing.
Turn it
There's
back on in a
worse
minute.
things. There's worse things than the cold. Listen.
I've been telling you that all evening.
Exactly. And I'm agreeing with you. Now listen.
He sits and listens. And the rumbling gets worse. He's like, "Oh, get up next to the wall. Get up next to the wall."
I will get up against the
I
wall.
just I run around and I shake the others and just like wake them up with my
They
finger
were
over my
woken
mouth
up.
and I'm
They
like,
were woken up by by Nargis shouting. So, what do you do, guys?
Yella is not happy. She's just tapping her fingers on her shoulder and she's like, "There's
I
gonna
do what he
be.
says. I get up against the wall and I beckon
yeah.
everybody else to. I'm
This
listening to
better
the
be
expert here.
important."
Expert.
So, you going up to the wall, Niala?
Hmm?
Are you going
Yeah.
up to the wall?
Yeah.
So, all of a sudden, a huge torrent hits the side of the snow wall, and a blizzard hits the tent. This great wind, ice in the air, trying to cut through the tent. You can hear it splintering outside of this ice wall. And whizzing
Yella,
past.
is like, "Nope, not today," and she's just back in the tent. She's like, "No, I'm not going back this blizzard. I'm gonna be cold."
So, like the walls like this, the curved walls here. Are you on the screen now? Sorry, I can't see my own screen. So the walls like this.
The wall is like on the inside of the tent.
Yeah, you're on the inside
like
of the wall,
half of
Niala.
the tent
Like
is the
the
wall.
blizzard's coming this way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So coming over the top.
Imagine it like a gazebo.
Yeah, like half an igloo basically, and you're inside half of the igloo that you kind of constructed, and it's blazing over the top, and it's the temperature is dropping quite quickly now.
Is it kind of like that's the snow wall, that's the tent, that's the fire, and that's the sleds?
Let me see if I can do lit. Hold on, I can do lit quick. I got a paintbrush here. Somewhere. Oh, I don't know how to do that. So if that's the kind of area, you've got a snow wall round here.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking top down, by the way, sorry. You've got the two vehicles here and here across this sort of side. And the fire was in the middle. You're now pressed up against the snow wall on the inside of this circle.
Oh, all right.
Yeah?
Yep.
Everyone got it? Picturing it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. So, and the temperature's dropping. I told you it'd be bloody freezing.
Yeah, well, I'm not going out.
I don't suggest you do. You'll be cut to ribbons.
What do you
Oh, now I'm
usually do
gonna
when
get
the
a
weather
nap.
hits these conditions?
Well, usually we've got a fire.
I've got some
build it.
torches for you guys, but well, with the blizzard, I don't think they will last very long.
I turn to Sin. What you mentioned runic magic earlier. What can you do?
Yeah, I can. I could just. It's a simple cantrip where I could just. Let me look at it real quick because I forgot what it does exactly.
What's it called?
Druid craft. Oh, I can light out or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire.
Ah.
Okay, so you can light back the campfire back up
I
then.
could just go like that unless I.
The fire comes. Yeah, the fire reignites. The tent is holding at the moment, but the replacement pole doesn't look very secure. It's slightly thinner and is rattling in place.
You taking the piss out of my pole?
I'm going to grab his pole.
Who gave you permission to touch my pole?
Do you want the tent coming down?
Look, I'm all about consent here.
So you make a strength check, Maruk.
I can roll
Right.
one. I'll do that.
That was out of character, by the way. If you
Yeah.
can't tell.
That is a dirty 20. 15 plus 5.
Oh yeah. So you're holding this pole in place as the wind whips around, and the shards. You're closer to the edge now, and you can hear this splintering sound as these shards of ice and are kind of refracting, and you can see bits of it sliding under. They're about the size of a dagger. Some of these pieces of ice that are kind of sliding under the tent and impacting off this leather, and you kind of realize why it is so thick and so sturdy, why it's been crafted in such a meticulous way, and the kind of stresses and strains that it has to go through to make it through this harsh environment. Can everyone make a con check, because it's still cold?
Is it con save?
Con saves, yeah, sorry.
All right, got
I'm
you.
still inside. Do I have to?
Yeah,
we're all inside.
yeah, the temperature's still dropping.
So
that's
a con
that's
save.
a 5.
11.
11.
Do I get advantage because I live here?
11. Sorry, what was that, Van Arden? What are you trying to get?
I rolled a 5. I was going
same
to ask
here.
if I got advantage because I live here, but this is my home continent.
Okay, no,
Yeah, I got a
you
5.
take you're taking 2 damage, Van Arden. Who else?
Okay.
What was your roll, Niala?
An 11.
Okay. 5 damage, I'm afraid. Sin?
5.
Only 1.
Hey.
11.
And Maruk, you made. What was yours, Maruk?
11.
Oh, come on. And that was only a 1, so yeah.
That's
just 1.
fine.
Okay. So you're all starting to feel the cold. Is there anything else you would like to do at this point? You've jumped out of your bedding, it's all around you.
I'm going to take out my oil flask again and just slowly pour a little bit onto the fire to try and give it a little bit more oomph.
The fire booms, the fire starts giving out more heat, but everyone is still cold.
Blankets, just
Yeah, so you're putting the blankets on, wrapping up.
wrapping up extra layers.
Would it not be more worthwhile to put, to cover this front?
What can I do?
I don't think we're in direct wind, are we? Because otherwise we'd be
Oh wait, quick question.
hammered by dagger-sized
Yes, but
icicles.
The wind is is coming from the direction of the snowbank, so that's taking the force of those
Yeah.
Those ice things.
Because we're against the ice bank, we're being
Yeah.
blocked from the wind, right? It's
Yeah,
over us.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, quick question.
Yeah.
So I have cold weather clothing, and it says that as long as it remains dry, I automatically succeed on saving throws of extreme cold.
Is
So
that
do I
part of your?
not-
No, just in your pack. Okay,
Nice.
so you don't take that damage then. Sorry.
Nice. Nice.
I'm just going to check that if I have that.
Yeah,
No?
I've just looked now.
Everyone.
Let's all just double check whether we've got cold weather clothing.
No, I don't.
No,
No,
no, I don't either.
you live here. How can you not have clothes?
I'm used to it.
Van
Anyway.
Arden just hopes that his monk sensibilities and his stoic nature will overcome the extremities of flying ice daggers.
I mean, I just kind of look at. I'm never going to say it again. Baruch.
Moruk.
Sorry, Baruch. And I just look at him and I'm like, "You have a shield, don't you?"
Yes.
He's
So-
holding a pole in the ground at the moment.
Yeah.
So can you give to someone this shield so we can block actually the snow in front of us?
It's not that big a shield.
It's still something.
I'm.
Do you have
I'm gonna
any
come up
better
to-
idea?
I'm going to go around the base of the pole that Rook's holding and try and secure it and drag snow and make it a bit sturdier
Okay,
and hold it in place and
A survival
go
then.
around
See
with
if
the
you
ropes
can
again.
see if you succeed with it. Do like a survival on it.
That's 21, 18 plus 3 again.
Perfect. So yeah, it's packed back into place. The inadequacies of the pole that you secreted are overcome by your sleight of hand with your ability to survive outright. You gradually the storm starts to subside and get less violent, and the shardings, the shard sounds, the kind of splintering sounds start to dull down, and it changes to a kind of gentle sort of patter, and you start seeing the roof of the tent start to just take the weight of what you know to be snow. The fire's blazing.
Were there any points where the daggers of ice kind of pierced anywhere?
Do you want to go out and make a look round on the outside?
Can I not see from the inside to see if anything's shot through on the far end of the
From this way,
tarp?
you don't see anything on the top that's damaged this way, but it is obviously stretched over the top of the snowbank, also the far side.
As long as the howling, like the high wind has stopped, then I'll go out.
Yeah,
and have a
you
look.
just think it's gusting, but it's not this kind of. It's not going to take you off your feet. You don't think?
It's just general snowstorm.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
We
go
go.
out and have a look.
Okay, just you.
I'll help him.
Okay, so you and Sin and Van Arden, walk out and make an inspection. There are a couple of places where the tents come loose, and there are a few tears in the fabric, but you easily, with that previous check of securing a tent, I'm going to let that roll for this. You manage to re-secure those parts of the tent, and you think it's going to hold for the rest of the night.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay. So
Awesome.
you managed
I
to.
could always whack out my medicine kit and sew it back together.
That's it, needle and thread. The night now continues without too big of a hitch, and you wake up in the morning, a little worse for wear because of your disturbance sleep with the snowstorm, and Nargith, he's not looking very happy. In fact, he looks like this.
That's brilliant.
I'd
I'd look unhappy if I looked like that.
Yeah, mate.
He's not too happy with you waking him up in the night, even though it was quite necessary. And he and you decamp basically. You take down the thing, you put the fire away, and start packing everything back on the vamp. You don't get your long rest because your night was disturbed. So any damage you take is still. You can use your hit dice if you want to, because like short rest.
I'm just gonna look at Van Arden and be like, "Don't put this back up your butt." Give him the pole back.
I actually don't know where is my hit dice on my shit.
Just I take the
I
pole and I say,
carefully look at Arden to see where he puts the pole away. Like,
I take the pole. I just say no promises, and I just kind of do a flurry with my cloak, and the pole disappears. Like a magician.
what?
So can someone who's got the app open help Celia with where the hit dice are to try and heal?
So if you go, are you on like the website?
I'm good. I'm on the app and the website, so I can just switch between the two.
So
Did you find your dice?
are you on the website or the app?
Both, because on the app, I can like just scroll through it easily, but it won't let me look at like the wild shapes I could turn into, because that's still under development apparently. So I use the website.
I find it.
I know how to heal and all that. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, you got it. Short rest.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere on D&D Beyond where it tells you how many hit dice you get?
I think so.
Top right box.
It's actually when you click on short rest.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gonna
Right,
be.
okay. Is that just
I couldn't remember
gives
where it
me
was
hit
on
points,
D&D
not-
Beyond.
You only get your hit dice back when you have a long rest, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know how many hit dice I
So,
have.
Level
Wow.
three dice. You know.
if you go on short rest, there should be like under your class, there should be like some boxes.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Okay,
That's
yes,
how
I
many
see.
hit dice
Sorry,
you
I've
have.
never actually clicked on one of them before. Right, I see. Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, so I think it's 3 for level 3, and then it's whatever your class gives you. I think that's how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So
I
you,
actually have a D6.
yeah. Different races. Is it it's racial or class based?
Class based.
Class based. Yeah. So different class will give you different different D6 to roll,
dice.
different dice to roll.
I've got D12. Barbarian gets D12
Yeah, pretty.
because they have the most hit points.
Hefty. Yeah, you can absorb it up. Well, I've got a cleric that I play in the other campaign. Sorry, this is out of character and out of thing, but like he's armored up, so he wears chainmail. But in the campaign yesterday, the Dragonborn cut his armor off of him, and it sank to the bottom of the sea. So now he has no armor, just a cloak. So yeah.
Oh shit.
He's pretty pissed now. So he's gone from like 18 to 30.
Why would he do that to the cleric?
Yeah.
The
Because
person that's there to save you.
they were trying to save someone from drowning, and he's an Aarakocra, so he can't fly with the armor on, and it takes turns to take off the armor and off his cloak. So he was going really slow, so the Dragonborn cut it off him, and then basically. So now I've got no armor.
Oh, no.
Sorry, back into the game. So you decamp, and we rock in, and you start traveling across this icy wasteland, and sort of it's daylight now, and the place that's quite beautiful. The snow's glinting, fresh powder is kind of being kicked up by the hounds, and there's the vehicle that you're on cuts so easily on its sleds through the snow and through the fresh powder. It's a really smooth ride after the night that you had, because the snowfall has made this very soft, powdery stuff heading away. So there's a very thick blanket of snow on the ground. Can you all make perception check? Where are you on the vehicles, actually? That's what you need to... Tell me where you are, guys.
I'm next to Harden actually.
I know
I-
you were on
I'm
with...
just standing
You
on.
were with me.
Yeah, you were with Morok on
You're
the
with
other one.
Rook, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm with
Yeah, but
Sin.
I changed my mind while we were discussing and all because Arden just rushed to the vehicle and I was just following like, hey, wait for us.
Okay. Did that happen? Did it? I can't remember.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I remember you
Can't-
caught... Because you were shouting at him, basically, telling him... Yeah, okay.
I
So,
was-
yeah,
I remember now.
where are you...
I'm just standing on the back of the sled, whatever room there is,
Mhm.
with the other two henchmen that are standing there and whoever else from the enlisted group.
Yeah. Okay, what about you guys?
I'll be right back really quickly. Sorry, I think somebody's at the door.
That's right, Sin and Morok.
Yeah, it's like before I'm with Sarden.
You're just hanging out on the whereabouts. Like, so you got the front of the sled with the dogs and the kind of driver. You got this kind of large back bit that comes back. It has a... Imagine like, like a Western. Imagine like in a Western kind of movie. Like kind of like wagons with like a stretched canvas over the top. There's a front and a back to it. An open back.
Yeah, I want to say I'm like in the middle, or like, wow, as we're riding, I was just like, I could just have one hand open, just so I could do like, just so I could use like my druid craft, because like I'm able to like make little like sensory stuff where it's like, oh, like just like small basic stuff where like just to pass the time.
Okay. Yeah. What about you, Morok?
I'm just going to be up, sat next to the driver.
Okay. Can you make perception?
Mm-hmm.
All of us?
Just Morok for a minute.
That is a 10.
It's looking like a lovely day.
Beautiful.
Okay. Now, Sin, you do a perception now for me.
And
Traveling across the ice at quite a speed.
all right, like
Nice
just
stuff.
like a normal roll, or yeah, okay.
There's a skill with a bonus to it.
Sweet. 19.
You see that you feel, sorry, because you're inside the vehicle, and there's a slight sound that sounds different to how the sound of the sled has sounded before. So it's been
Like,
Problem.
It's been traveling on a nice speed, this nice powdery snow, and then there's a slight different sound. The motion of the cart changes.
so like ice, like jagged ice or something like that.
Yeah, go make like a wisdom check, straight up wisdom.
Oh. What's my wisdom?
I'm the one with wisdom.
Oh, a 19, so that's 25.
Okay, so you imagine that you're moving on to some sort of harder packed ground, and you can kind of feel that, that from within the vehicle, but it doesn't appear that anyone else has noticed this slight change. You've noticed it early.
So just when it's starting.
Yeah.
No, Niela is she's trying to catch us asleep. She just lose with all of this stuff during the night.
Okay.
So she's just sleeping in a corner, kind of in a bowl. And
Yeah.
she's like,
Are you actually asleep or kind of just trying to sleep?
no, I'm sleeping.
Okay. Make a perception with disadvantage then. Sin, you can let people know if you think this is a problem.
Nah, my character likes to keep secrets. He'll be quiet.
I I got a 10.
Wait, but I do warn Arden because she's the only one I've been talking to compared to the rest of the group.
So you go over to Arden and say the ground's changed. It's not the same. It's not the same. You explain that the ground feels different. You can sense that with your elven. You heard it first, and then you kind of felt it through your feet.
But
What do you mean different?
So you know how we mostly just been on snow so far. I'm not sure if it's gonna be important. I'm whispering this, by the way. I don't know if it's gonna be important later on, or we have to be careful. But it's we're moving more into ice or jagged ice. So I don't know. Just
yeah. You hear from the front of the carts, and Nargus, move your mangy mutts! Come on, you gotta get going. We lost time. Come on.
Yella is just she
feel
just
the speed
jumped from the
increase
screen.
of the cart.
I fall back. I was whoa, and I wasn't ready.
I look down directly at the ground that I can. Can I see any ground from where I'm standing?
You said you
look
were on the
over
back,
and-
did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were on the back of the cart, kind of looking out the back, seeing.
Can I discern anything from the type of?
You can see that the blades are now cutting through onto, and they were leaving just fresh powder. Now there's a darker line underneath where the sort of skis are cutting in. Like it was white before, and now it's darker underneath.
So am I on it? So I am on a sled or cart with Sin then, or is it all three? Me, Nyala, and
I think
Sin?
I don't know. I think So there was.
Because when I left, I was with Nyala. I've come back. I'm with Sin. I'm okay. I'm fine with that.
I'm
I just
still
want to
here.
know what.
I thought Morok was over on the.
Maybe
other
Rook's so big he needs a cart of his own. And the cart take.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah.
There we go. That's canon.
Sorry.
Okay, I just mutter to Sin. I go, yes, I think you're right. It looks like we've made our way into some kind of frozen lake.
There's starts to the vehicle starts to shake quite violently. Hey, what's going? Ease up.
Just grab
I
onto
think at this
anything
point
that I
you can
that
see
isn't a
just
person.
Nyala jump from a place and bang her head maybe on the top of the vehicle, and he's like, "Can I have some sleep?"
When cats do that,
Yeah, just jump straight
Yeah.
up, like all
all four paws lift off the ground. It's just like,
Tom and Jerry just sticking to
Feel
the ceiling with their
straight.
claws.
And as you do that, you hear Morok going, "Ah!" like bellowing out, and the cart starts tilting and falling, and you hear Nargeth shout, "Oh no! Cry!" Ah! Just like bellowing, and it tilts to the left and then tilts forwards. Dexterity saving throws, everybody.
Is that me as well? Because I'm not on there.
everybody. Okay.
Yeah, you're making one as well.
Okay.
I think it was your cart that was doing the big tilting.
What are you saying? He's overweight.
Wait, to make what?
That would be a 9.
Okay.
Ooh, that'd be a 4.
Sorry.
That'd be a 4. Well, do I get advantage? Because I know, ahead of time what could have happened.
I'll let you give advantage. Yeah.
Did I give it to since I told him?
To be fair, we both knew it was going to be ice.
Yeah.
We both knew something was gonna happen.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give Van Arden and Sin advantage.
Oh, I'm happy with my roll. I don't need the advantage. At least I hope not. I rolled an 18 plus 5, so 23.
Okay.
I have an 11.
11. Okay.
So 15.
If
Okay.
23 isn't good enough, we're all doomed.
Murik, Sin, Murik and Nada, you're going to take 4 bludgeoning as the cart falls and you're kind of bashed around inside. Sin, you're just going to take 2 because you were close enough, and Van Arn, you braced yourself well with your monk skills, maybe even getting your stick out again and bracing it across the walls. And the vehicle plummets into some sort. You can see through the front of the cart now as it falls. Like a chasm has opened up in the ice and has swallowed the 2 vehicles. They are now on end. The one that contains you guys, Van Arden, Sin and Yala, is kind of on its end, the front end pointing down. Morik, your one is just sat normally, but you are kind of just shaken in the bottom of this chasm. What are you?
Mm-hmm.
So is ours like on the edge and theirs is at the bottom?
No, you're both in the bottom of this chasm.
Is that what you're saying?
No, you're both in the bottom of this thing that's opened up, this chasm that's opened up.
Oh, but ours is like on an angle and theirs is flat.
Morok's is actually on its stilts, on its skis. Yours has landed sort of perpendicular to the floor. So
okay.
All right.
So I'm like the cat right now. Right.
I'm actually on the roof, no?
And Sin and Niala are you've kind of fallen down to the bottom end of this thing that's now upright like this.
I'm going to climb upwards to get onto the top. So I'm like standing on top, and I'm just going to look around and see what the condition of the animals are.
Okay.
Same here.
Okay, so athletics, and I guess.
Like laying down, I was like,
I don't feel so good.
They got the wing.
12.
14.
You can't quite get purchase on the edge of the cart at the moment. Morik, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna kind of just like step out the cart and be like, "Is everyone okay?"
You can see that their cart is on end like this.
Shit.
So they hear you.
Is everyone okay?
No, we are not. Get your butt here and have bus.
So yeah, okay.
Have better days.
I'm gonna kind of like walk over and see if I can kind of like pull the cart back level.
Yeah, do us a strength then.
That is a natural 20.
Oh,
That's
boom.
a flex.
Perfect. Yeah, the cart comes back down, but you manage to control its fall so gently with your Minotaur strength and lower it very delicately to the floor. Sorry?
I'm a bugbear.
Bugbear, sorry.
I thought you were a Minotaur.
No, last second change.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
The entire time I thought you were a Minotaur.
Yeah, so did I.
No, sorry guys.
I didn't see that last change, sorry.
Sorry.
That's all right. So lowers it down very gently, and it's now on the ground, and you guys can easily dismount. As you look around, you wanted to go out and have a check. It looks like
I wanted to see where the polar bears and the direwolves were.
So the polar bears were the ones that got left back at the thing. That was specifically for crossing the lake.
The wolves.
The wolves seem to have all bolted. They don't seem to be anywhere around. You can't see them in this space.
It's been dragged off.
What about old friends? Or dear semi-horror friend? Where is he?
He doesn't seem to be there either. And one of the you do see one of the thugs not very well. One of the skis has crushed the face of this this henchman, and he's not moving.
Oh, he did.
He's super dead.
Not moving.
I want to go over to him, see if he's like alive. You know.
I kind of just put my hand on on Sin's shoulder and I just say, "One more share."
Oh, it's like that, is it?
Like, do I make a medicine check or something? Like,
If you want to, yeah, unless you're going to take Arden's advice.
Yellow's just looking around and saying, "This is a mess. What are we gonna do? We're gonna waste some good fish."
How?
I whispered to Arden.
Sorry, Sin,
distract
go
him
on.
for a second, right?
Sorry, can you say that again? I lost it.
I whispered to Arden, distract him for a second.
Against my better judgment, I turn around and I just look up. How deep's the chasm?
You've fallen about 30, 40 feet down.
Okay, and I just kind of start. I turn to Nargath and
You can't see Nagath.
I just go, "Has anybody got any climbing equipment?"
I don't. I think.
And what are you doing, Sin, while this distraction is going on?
I take out my hatchet and then I place it like so that's like exactly to where he got sliced, and I like push down.
Okay.
So it's like instead of it like just like
You just want to finish the job.
yeah, just so that they don't know it was me, and so that was like on impact.
Yeah, so it's like the double tap from what was it? Zombieland.
Yeah, where I just like
This shit just got dark. I was just like, just leaving. You were like, "I'm finishing the job." Damn. Like,
So this
okay.
there is very little resistance as the blade of your hatchet slides through the mush of this already quite unwell thing, and it's not like a skull anymore. It's like when you've cracked an egg and rolled it round, but haven't taken the shell off.
No, please, no.
After that, I clean my hatchet on his like clothing. I put it back in like on my side and say, "Yeah, hey guys, one of the henchmen didn't make it."
Inspiration.
I was about to say that's got to be
Absolute
inspiration.
inspiration. So put an inspiration on, honestly.
That is so dark.
So horrible.
Oh my
I feel
god.
bad now. That's not what I wanted.
I mean, she got her name. It's like I thought you grew up.
We need to work on our communication because
Yes.
that's not what I meant.
That is so dark.
One of you
Hey,
guys
were you
needs to get telepathy to be able to tell Sin.
I'm pretty dark on that story, but not that dark.
Fair play though.
Can you
He saw an opportunity and he took it.
survival check
Gee,
somebody?
sorry.
First blood.
I've got some points in that, so
My
I
survival
got a
isn't great.
12.
that is a 19.
You see a trail of footprints and stuff that head along this sort of chasm, and then angle to. You see, there's a very sharp corner, and they kind of proceed round there. It looks like a mixture of wolf, like large wolf dogs, footprints, and other humanoids.
Can anyone see Nagath?
No.
Yeah, I just run around and try to do a quick head count and see how many are we actually missing. Despite, and I say head count, I didn't mean that ironically, considering there's a guy that doesn't have one anymore. But yeah,
How many of us
there
are
is
still
there
living?
is, there is just you four and the body. There was
Well.
something that happened in the confusion. It looks like everyone else has kind of pelted it. Run.
Well, I say that if the dogs are going that way, they must know, like, they must be able to smell something. Otherwise, they wouldn't have all gone the same way.
they'll pack
I
mentality. They'll have found a way out.
Exactly.
Or I could just fly up, drop, rope so you guys can climb up.
yeah.
You can fly.
You
I
can
could turn
fly.
into a bird if necessary.
Ah, yes. Well, that would make more sense. I don't know. Can you fly it? Turn into something big enough that? But then again, it's just desolate ice waste up there. We'd be sitting ducks. We wouldn't last the night.
Without the shelter, we wouldn't. No, we wouldn't stand a chance.
I look at the tracks and I just try and see, like, where do they lead? Like, what kind of terrain do they go into? Do they go into the chasm? Is there like a cave, a tunnel? Like, what?
There looks
where do they-
like that if as you look up, you've got sort of like a scar shape above you.
Mhm.
That's formed in the ice. If you can imagine like an ellipse like that. And
Yeah.
then further on towards the far end, you're at the one end of this kind of scar shape. In along that scar shape which is mirrored on the ground where you're standing. There is a sharp turn, and you can sort of see that goes underneath this section of ice.
I mean, it looks maybe as good a way as any.
I agree. I just turn to the others and just gather your things.
We
need to keep moving.
and if
This is
If
no
this-
longer. This is no longer transport.
no, this is debris.
Um,
This is survival now.
yeah.
Gather up what you can, and
You
we move
hear
out
that
in front.
familiar rumbling, and you see a storm has come above, and you see the kind of shards of ice flying above you, not down into the chasm where you are. You're quite sheltered here, but you can see that kind of scything, scissoring ice shooting above the place. So
we are not safe here. We need to go now.
We need to
Agreed.
go, but we need to make something to protect us.
That's what I'm
Uh,
for.
Do you
Just
think we can use
before-
the remain of the car for it?
Yeah, can we remove some kind of paneling or something from the side? But before we do that, I'm going to check the body of our old friend, one of Mr. Henchman.
he's wearing.
and
You
just
see that
search
he's
it for
wearing
anything in particular.
So make an investigation.
Da, da, da. That's a 14.
You see that he's wearing the armor that he's wearing, which is like a simple leather armor. He does have a small amount of gold on him. He has
Like,
3 gold on him. He obviously hasn't been paid by Nagath either. He's waiting on payment like yourselves, or he was not going to get it now. And other than that, not very much on him. Just he has a dagger, simple dagger, and that's it really. Which you can take if you wish.
okay.
I
Nothing
mean,
special about the dagger, it's just basic dagger. Yeah.
Just sort
Not
of.
worth identifying or.
No, there's nothing particularly.
Yella is looking and she's like, you know what? Take the gold. We need it.
Agreed. Just
Oh, that's already gone before you guys have even seen. I'm rocked.
in his magical cloak.
Just-
Rabbit, yeah.
yeah, while you guys are looking around at you were talking to Rook about the wood, I'm just like,
Make a wisdom. Nyala, make a wisdom check.
Check. Oh. It's a 9.
Or a 9. You don't believe that you can make anything from this material that you have, but you do believe that that further in to the cave would be into this kind of under this piece of ice that you can see in front of you would be more protective.
right, should we keep moving?
I think that would be best.
I don't think we can make something with a car. Maybe in the cave we can do something, but not with this. It's just gonna be a burden.
Just leave it, and we need to go. It's clearly not safe here.
Very,
It's a
very quickly.
fish.
Leave the
Very, very quickly. I take the
It's a-
dagger from the body, go to the back,
Fishes.
I take one of the fish and I cut it open.
Okay.
Can I have the fish? Please.
Is it
Give me
just a
the fishy.
fish, or is there anything inside it? Or
Me.
The fish is just fish.
Ah, damn.
I just I
I
throw it to Nyala.
She just grab
Okay.
it in the air and,
On.
and she's numbing it.
Pick
Nom
up,
nom 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 nom.
Let's go.
pick up some fish, and we need to go.
Let's go.
Fishy.
So you proceed further on into the crevasse along it, and the storm is whirling above you, and it's getting.
Do I get HP back while eating the fish?
Don't get HP for eating, do you?
No, it's not super like fish. Like,
It's like the fish suddenly cured my scars.
it's all those omega oils and stuff that are like.
Omega-3.
This isn't RuneScape.
The storm is sort of shooting above the crevasse that you've fallen into, and as you move along, it gets narrower and comes down to a point, and you enter through this sort of triangle of ice and move through where two pieces of ice have kind of collided, like so, and you're traveling through that tunnel basically. Where's my camera? Am I on that one? You're traveling through like
Bit like Ice Age with all the frozen dinosaurs on the inside.
yeah, okay. If you make a perception check, see if you see anything frozen.
I want it.
And I help.
I want in on this as well.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, everyone can have everyone roll, and we'll do a group one.
That's a 16. 13 plus 3.
That's
16.
a 19.
17?
19.
Okay. You can see vague objects and shapes through the ice as you go through. And Yala, you notice specifically that there is something with a great maw, big teeth, like sort of the size of the cart would probably be the size of its head, the head that would contain these teeth.
Oh damn.
Okay, guys, I don't know if you see this, but this thing in the ice is bigger than the car we were in. Don't wake it up.
I'm sure it's just the ice magnifying it. You know.
No, it's not.
You know when you look through water and things look bigger than they actually are. I'm pretty sure that it's that. Yeah. Let's keep
I'm
going.
not an idiot. I can see clearly that. Bless you.
Thank you.
I can clearly see that this is alive in the ice and is gonna eat us if we wake it up.
Even
It's
more
not.
reason
You
to
c-
keep
you
going.
you can't see it moving. It looks pretty frozen solid, but
She's just exaggerating. She sees a thing. It's like, oh dear.
Yeah, let's keep moving. Yeah, I'm getting cold. Let's
As
go.
we're kind of like moving, I'm gonna kind of just keep my hammer and my shield just kind of ready, just in case, because obviously we don't know where we're going.
you hear a slight cracking sound.
That doesn't sound good.
From where?
It's
I
not.
look around, like somewhere hears a cracking sound.
Well, you've got these two pieces of like almost like continent pieces of ice, like this.
Oh, so it's
Quick, move.
So
Damn.
Imagine the entrance of
Well, mine's a Moria
Otto
situation.
when frozen.
Let's go.
Yeah. So you run down this corridor, and it changes the shape of the as you move down this corridor. And the light seems to be filtering through here, and it's kind of beautiful blue color around you as some sort of light source is filtering through the ice, possibly light from above, and refracting that many times to make its way through to this depth. So it becomes more sort of curved, and it's some sort like a subterranean tunnel as you start moving through. Can you make and what? So the tracks are still on the ground. You can still see those going in front of you.
Right.
We should just not stop. We should keep going until we find a way out.
Yeah, we should. But it's
I,
freezing, and my paws are just. It's cold.
Let's just be careful. We could have been left behind for a reason.
This is
There's a
Yeah.
reason only 3 of them each ever come back.
this
Okay.
is very true.
Are you stealthing or what are you doing?
I am, in fact. I
Okay.
am.
Yes.
Okay.
I think we should. Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's stealth.
Okay.
Or just keep it quiet moving forward.
Group stealthing.
Oh God.
Yep.
So I have disadvantage on stealth.
Mm-hmm. Because you were big.
No, because I'm wearing half plate.
Ah, yeah. You big
I
and
don't-
heavy.
You up?
You big and heavy.
I am big thick boy.
I got a 23, 18 plus 5.
I don't know. Do I get an advantage since I'm a feline and we kind of do not.
Don't
really
think
do-
that's one of the
You
traits.
get what's on your stat.
That is 17 is the lowest.
Okay.
That's good.
Your boy's
Well,
sneaky.
I still have a 19.
And Sin?
That's all right.
Oh shit! I forgot
Stealth
what I
check.
rolled.
Sorry, stealth Sin. Sorry.
Well, I can tell you my original roll was higher because I did not remember it. But I got a 4 in total.
I think with everyone's higher ones, you kind of managed to muffle the sound of Sin stumbling and hold him. Yeah, Sin stumbles and Van Arden manages to kind of grab her by the cloak before she falls too far and kind of goes, stop. And very, very quietly. And as you proceed through, you ahead of you see a dark shape on the floor down the corridor.
Oh dear.
Very still.
Is it dead? What is it?
I don't think so.
You'd have to
Is
get
there
closer.
any-
Wait,
Is
we
there
said what?
anything- Hold on.
Zoned out for a second.
Shall I go and have a look?
Wait. Is there anything on the ground small enough that I can, like a pebble or rock, piece of ice that I can?
There's still there is some blown snow in this area. You could maybe make a snowball.
Why not?
Okay, ranged attack then.
Not at it, but just over it, past it. So it lands just past it. Is what I'm aiming for. But we'll,
Okay, go for it.
dice gods.
Do a ranged attack.
That one.
It's just a roll. It's
What?
just a.
No, sorry, Van Arden's throwing a snowball.
I'll just say that's for. Say it's a dart. Would that be okay?
Yeah. Just it's your dex, isn't it? With a
Yeah, dex proficiency. So plus. Okay, that was nearly a 22, but it's actually a 12.
Okay. It flies through the air down the corridor. It actually hits one wall of this kind of icy kind of tunnel, bounces off and hits the thing on the floor, and it doesn't move. Just impacts softly.
Well, surely that's a good sign.
Softly. Okay.
I don't know for you guys, but this is weird.
Shall we go and have a look?
Just yes, but let's
So
still stay.
Who's going forwards? Morok.
I'll go.
Yeah. You walk.
Let's send the least stealthiest person forward. Yeah, to have a look.
Also,
That's a great
the
idea.
most
You-
with the most HP.
You're stealth still, so you walk forwards and you see on the ground 3 of the wolves laying there, their chests rising and falling, but they're not moving.
What is it?
Kind of like crouch down next to them, kind of slowly kind of put my hand on one of them.
They whimper slightly.
Yella just
What is it?
approach a bit to look
Yeah,
what's going on.
Slowly follow up behind as well.
It's
Yeah. You are greeted with the same image. You see 3 of the sled dogs with that kind of on the ground.
Can I like look for like any wounds?
They appear to have no wounds.
Huh. Can I try and like find out what's wrong with them?
You can make a nature check, maybe.
Nature, or would it be animal handling?
Oh, there's probably you're trying to analyze an ailment.
Yeah.
So medicine, probably. I'd say.
Medicine.
Actually. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not trying to tame it.
That is a natural 20.
You believe these creatures have been stunned.
Nice.
Been stunned. I'm going to relay this information to the rest of the party.
Yeah.
What do you think could have done this? Do you like?
It wouldn't be the cold, would it?
No, it wouldn't be the cold. It would be something stunning them.
I don't
they
think this is gonna be a friendly encounter with this being. So
got
I
this far.
suggest all of us prepare.
It stunned them but left them alive,
Yes, that's what I don't
and
understand.
there's no trace of the others.
No.
Working theory. Stay with me here.
Mm.
Whatever it was, stunned these creatures here, and followed after the rest.
Potentially, or
I look along the ground. Do I see any tracks that have been added to what we have already been following? Any additional tracks?
Make a. So you're going to do a nature, I guess. No, a survival. Sorry, survival, because you're kind of tracking.
Yeah. Oh, that's a natural 20 as well. Plus
Ah,
3, so
boom.
23.
So you see that
Can
there are.
I can print screen, can't I? There we go. How do I do that?
You've got
Somehow. I don't know.
you've got the tracks of a heavy boot that you know to be probably Nargis shoes. Slightly smaller humanoid one, and then several sets of human like smaller humanoid footprints, and then you also see the strange, almost circular impacts in the snow. Also, they are about sort of a foot round, soft edges to it.
What is it? It looks like
About a
a
foot
ball.
round.
What do you see, friend?
Would this be a creature that I know of? Would I know? Would I have a rough idea of what this is from previous knowledge, or
I'll let you make a nature check then to try and see if you know it.
Can I do an history check too?
Or a history check.
yeah? No, I know bugger all. It's a 4.
You don't know. So are you pointing out the footprints to Nyala?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
point them out to her.
Yeah, go for it. So I'll let one more on this one. So Nyala, you crouch down and look.
I'm just going to see if I knew something that can be similar.
There's something else.
So history then, maybe. So you're going to look back through history, are you?
Yeah.
See if it's something you might have encountered before, or.
It's 20.
You
Dirty 20 or natural 20?
No, dirty.
30.
Oh,
Okay, so
Mine was a
team
natural 20.
Let the team
But
know.
that's a dirty 20.
you believe that this could have been made. It would definitely be something that wouldn't wear. It's not like a shoe or anything. You know it to be something natural. It looks organic, and it would be something maybe that you would. It's soft and delicate edges to it, basically, but you don't know exactly what it is. Something pulpy.
Something with a tissue, a fabric?
No, you don't
Soft
believe so.
and
You
delicate
believe these are
edges.
a natural footprint.
Pulpy.
Natural
Pulpy.
footprint, but
I-
with being very soft.
So when you say pulpy, I just think of the inside of an orange.
Could it be a
You just made
mammoth?
my girlfriend laugh for some reason at the comment inside of an orange. She's like,
Just a
wetting herself.
giant orange beating the crap out of walls.
The big bad end boss is an orange.
Yeah, that's like the new like big evil.
Have
bad
you
guy.
had your 5 a day?
Why am I in this group?
So what do you do?
It's just pulpy. I don't know. I just find it a very
I
odd
believe-
adjective to use.
Oh dear.
I believe
Like when you get
the
orange juice
circle-
with bits in it, you're like,
Oh, pulpy.
extra pulp.
I believe this is more a fit of an animal. I can't be serious with you.
Yeah.
I believe this is a footprint of an animal that have round feet, something kind of like a mammoth or an elephant.
You don't see any sort of hoof to it. You don't see it.
Oof.
And the tunnel would be with that, even with that dirty 20, you know that this space is no way going to fit a mammoth or an elephant. You've only got sort of maybe a couple of foot above Mororuk.
Could be dealing with a large polar bear, I suppose.
Oh, it could be a Loxodon.
by that description. Why would a Loxodon be living
I
out here on their own?
don't know, but
Loxodons don't attack
A
like this.
slime? A slime, maybe?
maybe.
Hmm.
I feel
Are you
Under
moving down
these
this corridor?
conditions, there'd be some...
I don't feel that
Yeah,
there's
let's...
much more we can do for these wolves at the moment. We just need to wait for the stun to wear off. I feel like we should carry on.
You did say they'd been fed recently, so
Yeah.
we shouldn't have too much to worry about if they do suddenly wake up, I hope.
Yeah.
You proceed down the corridor. Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Oh shit. That is a dirty 20.
Okay. Sin?
All of us?
Yeah, everyone.
Is it weather related? Because if it's weather related, Sin automatically succeeds.
No.
What happens? My sister just told me something that just happening around here. So I missed like a good five
You
minutes.
could just make a Constitution saving throw. We're just walking through this cavern.
All right, what is this? This is a 9 plus what?
I got a 15.
I've got a 13.
11. I got 11.
So what do you get? Sorry?
11.
11. As you walk, there's a faint sort of a dust in the air, a powder, and you breathe it in, and you a dizziness sort of overcomes you for a second, but you all manage to sort of shake it off. Maruk, you actually reach down and take a handful of the snow and rub it on your face and sort of refresh yourself as you're walking. You proceed along, and the chamber and the passage begins to get wider, and you see the rest of the 9 dogs now. Again, in the same sort of prone, stunned position.
Uh-oh.
This is not normal. We should be extra careful.
Is there any
Okay.
sign of the others?
Who's leading this Who's leading this group? Who's in front here?
I feel like I should.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The big bloody shield.
I don't mind being close behind you because I'm
Okay.
good at close quarters.
Maruk, you hear? Just leave us. In your head.
Uh-oh.
What? What was that?
I don't know, but I don't like this. Get out of my head.
What,
The rest of
what
you
was
don't
what?
hear anything yet because he's in front.
Okay.
Did anybody else hear that?
No.
Yeah, what?
Just
Nothing,
leave
it's fine.
us. Just leave us.
I'm not going to leave you if you need help.
Who are you talking
We've-
to?
Can you guys seriously not hear this?
You're the only one talking.
Probably just a trick of the wind. Come on.
We don't know what's been out here this long in these caves. Things could have been down here for millennia.
Exactly. Just
We need to take extra care.
probably nothing. Just come on, follow me. Kind of grips his warhammer just like that little bit tighter.
Yeah. So you're moving forwards.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You all now hear, so it booms in your ears. Leave us. Just leave us.
Ooh.
Ow.
Not one bit.
Who are you?
Simple folk.
Simple folk. And but what's
Simple
wrong?
folk that speak in mine isn't simple enough for me. So get out of here. You need help. So let us help.
Nyala, we're in their home.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
want to leave.
We're just
We
looking for.
want to leave, but we're just taking shelter from the storm upstairs.
They're
And
hurting
we
us.
believe-
They're hurting the young.
Who's
Who-
hurting you?
They're hurting us.
Who?
We can help you.
You are hurting us. They are hurting us.
Where?
How are we How are we hurting you?
You're with them.
With them. With them.
Oh, mind.
Nagath.
Maybe they're living in mind and ours maybe is hurting them?
This might
I
not
don't
have been an accidental visit.
We
Mm.
You
were not
hear
with
an
them.
echo up from the corridor, and it's unable because it's reverberating so much off the ice walls, but you can almost just hear the accent of Nargeth bellowing.
That's him.
Bellowing what, or just noise?
You can't really make it out because the reverberations is kind of like a drunk Chewbacca.
Okay.
Whoever you are, we were not here like by choice. We were dragged here. We had no other choice. We had to work for this. We just want to leave. We want to get out of your land, and we want to just leave you like you be. We want
Stop
to leave.
hurting us! Stop hurting us!
We're not
Okay, let's.
hurting you intentionally.
Might be hurting them by speaking, so let's just stay quiet until we know anymore.
Just kind of nods.
Where are you going now?
Carry on forwards, yeah?
Cool. So you proceed further down the
Yeah.
thing, and you start the bellowing and shouting starts gradually becoming more clear, and you just hear this kind of scream like, "I never would have him! Never would have him!" Ah! And you can hear like the clashing of like a commotion coming from a kind of down a slope that kind of again this kind of tunnel, but it drops down like that. It drops another few sort of 20 feet down, like an easily.
Is it like a slope, or is
Yeah.
it a drop?
It's a slope. It's a gentle, easily traversable tunnel, but
Okay.
it's going lower.
Do we want to go and find out what that is?
Yes, but again, let's
We kinda have to.
quietly.
Okay, so you're still stealth. I'm gonna hold that stealth roll that you had.
Mhm.
Can you again do a con saving throws, guys?
That is 15.
That's a 14.
I'm guessing that's a natural one.
15?
Yeah.
A 1. And what about you, Sin? Oh, sorry, you glitched.
16?
16. So Van Arden falls to the floor.
Friend, what's wrong?
You can't reply. But from the nature and medicine check that you did earlier, who did the medicine check?
Me.
On the wolves.
Oh, on the wolves. No, it was Rook.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you think this is the same condition? He looks stunned, kind of down.
Nella is going to grab Arden, and she's going like.
He doesn't come. He doesn't come round. He's still. His eyes are open, but he's kind of like catatonic, stunned. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, "Wake up, damn it! Wake up!"
The bellowing is getting quite ferocious down the other end of the corridor.
Give him here. Kind of pick Van Arden up and just throw him over my shoulder.
Yeah, you can do that. I'm thinking you can carry him. No.
Oh, wait. I might have something that can help.
Yeah.
Alright.
And I go to Arden and I cast Lesser Restoration. Lesser Restoration.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So you come round. And
Does that help?
yeah, so you restored. Van Arden stands up from the floor, and you feel in your nostrils like like powder.
No, you're right, friend.
You've got like your nose is full of like something.
Is this a powder again?
Just try and
Damn
blow
it.
it as much as I can into my hands.
Yeah, it's kind of like it almost looks like maybe like pollen or something.
This drinking is getting old.
just kinda-
Seriously.
How are you feeling, friend? Are you?
There's
Good.
something in the air, and I kind of just take the edge of my cloak and I drape it over my
It
mouth.
hurts us again. It is hurting us. You are hurting us. Why you hurt us in our home?
I
Hey,
think
we do not want to hurt you, so chill. Damn
we're
it.
br- I
How
think
are we hurting you?
There
I think-
there are ones hurting us.
There are ones hurting us. That must be the commotion up ahead,
I'd
Oh,
recommend,
no.
I'd
Come on.
recommend covering your mouths.
covering our mouths.
Like I've just taken the cloak and I've like covering up
Okay,
my mouth and nose.
put it over my mouth and nose.
D&D COVID.
So you proceed forwards in your massive stealth,
I haven't got
No.
one up here, but
Where is it?
and you the cave starts opening up wider. Oh, look at that face mask proper. And you see charge across this kind of opening. You see Nargath run across with an axe, swinging it, and then out of view, bellowing.
At us.
No, like you see, like there's the opening.
Okay.
There's the opening.
he's
like
gone out of
so,
view. Like
and he's
round
kind
the
of
corner.
run across the opening, bellowing.
Okay.
What the hell is going on?
You also notice that he's got something over his mouth.
It would appear we've found our
I
friend.
think,
He's not my friend. You are.
I know.
I
I was
think
being
we might be.
sarcastic.
I think we might be breathing them.
Potentially.
Isn't it a
Um,
parasite?
It could be. Just cover your faces and we will.
I'm doing but start to cover my nose and all of my mouth. Look, it goes up until up here. See how it's hard?
Yes.
So yeah, Niala's kind of got this kind of almost fully like mummified thing going on with the amount of like wrappings because of the feline nature of her nose. And you proceeding further into this room,
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, yeah,
Stealthy,
but still
stealthy.
until.
you see to the left, Nargath and his henchmen hacking away at this cave is quite large. It opens up massively, and there is actually bedrock in this space, and still ice and things and stalactites and stalagmites of ice hanging down. But on where there is rock, there are fungi growing of all various colours and kinds. Some large, some small. And where they are swinging
We're
All
on
right.
the shrooms.
are at these sort of pint size, sort of about 2 foot high ones. And make a perception check.
All of us?
Yeah, Morat, because you came in the room first.
15, 16, 18.
You see that as he swings the axe, the mushroom tries to cower away, but is just hacked in two.
Okay, I'm going to kind of like call out over to
I'm
him.
gonna stop him.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of like call out over to him and kind of like try to like intimidate him, being like, "Stop! You are hurting this place."
I'm going to stay up against the edge of the opening and remain in stealth.
Okay, so you shout out. Try. So you're going to make an intimidation, I guess. You're going to try and intimidate him to stop because he's kind of berserk. This guy, he's like, charging round.
That is a 15.
He just carries on hacking regardless, like more of these mushrooms, and they're falling. The voice booms. They're hurting us. They're hurting us. They're hurting us.
Well, I feel there's only one thing that we can do.
Wait, let me try something first.
Okay, go ahead. Which is
Then
probably better than my plan.
She take a quarterstaff, still to their friend, and just bap him in the behind his head.
Are we
and
close
try
to do
to
that?
knock him out.
So I'll say you're stealthed. So go make
Get ready to roll for initiative, guys.
You're gonna have to. I'll let you do this as a okay. Make another stealth check and see if he hears you or not. See it. No.
It's a 18.
Yeah, he's too involved in what he's doing. So now I'm gonna need an attack roll.
Attack roll. It's a 10.
The staff bounces back off of his head, and he turns around raging at you. He's mad. What are you doing?
Does she not get advantage attacking from
Knock
stealth?
it off, you idiot!
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You probably get advantage. Yeah, I'll give you advantage on the on the. Oh no.
I don't know. I can't remember how it works.
No, you pass the stealth roll, so I'll let you sneak up without him hearing you. But as soon as you go to make that swing, he's seeing you.
Yeah. She just look at him, turn around, and she's like, "Knock it off, you idiot! You're gonna kill us all."
And as you do that, he's like, they're trying to get us. Do you not understand?
They are not going to get us. You are the only one getting us here. Now stop being a whiny bitch and stop.
You see that one of the larger mushrooms actually swings part of its one of the sort of like caps of the mushroom towards him, and he just hacks it off.
Stop it!
Punch it.
She's just hitting more behind him
So
in the head.
roll for initiative, guys.
Oh. That is 18.
That's 11.
11.
18. Who was 11?
11 for me, yes.
Yeah, and who else?
14.
14 for Arden. And was it you, Sin, that had 11 as well?
Yep.
Cool, lovely. We're going to auto roll it. Oh, we're in the wrong one. Okay, hold on. I'm in the wrong damn thing. So 18, 11, 14, and we'll do it this way. Box dice. So you can see that there is some malicious intent now from Narguth towards Niala Moraruk. What do you do?
So I'm assuming I can like close the distance between me and him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to rage.
Yeah.
Because it would be stupid not to. and then I'm going to swing at him with my warhammer,
Okay.
and that is +5, so that is 19.
Yeah, it's a hit.
So then that is 1d8 +3. And I'm also going to also get my Divine Fury.
Mm-hmm.
So while you're raging, the first creature you hit on each of your turns with a weapon attack takes 1d6 +1 radiant damage.
So what was the first damage, please?
Oh, the first damage is 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
And then take 1d6. And that is 3 additional damage +2 from rage.
Yeah, just give us the total then, actually. Go.
6,
9.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay. 14 damage. Okay, next is... hold on. I'm just trying to grab a calculator off my phone. I have no idea where it is.
How many of them are there, by the way?
So at the moment, you just see the only ones you can see is Nargith and the thug.
The one surviving thug.
Yeah.
What happened to the other people from the
You haven't seen them
rest of the
yet.
party? 4 others, wasn't there? Or
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
us 4, and then the other normal 4 people. The
the opposing party.
Hold on, sorry guys, I've got technical issues. A second.
It's
Cool.
all
Not
good.
finding anything.
I've just got issues.
Mood.
Right, there we are. So let me just pop this over it. Oh god, everything wants to sit in front of everything. Like, okay. I haven't got enough room on my screen for all the windows that are open. It's like some sort of weird version of Jenga. So go for it. So sorry, what was that total damage, Morok, again?
14.
14. Okay, cool. So yeah, Van Arden, you come next in the thing, and you see that the his henchman appears to the side from behind one of the pillars of rock. So you got these 2 people in front of you.
Yay.
So it's your initiative, Van Arden.
So is it my role?
Yeah, sorry.
Which one? So are they both facing me, or are they both? Because I'm still round the corner, right?
Yeah, you're okay. Yeah, you're still that corner way.
I was hiding up against the opening. So when he went round to follow, when Rook went round to follow, and Yala went round to follow, what's his name, Nagath.
Yeah.
So I should be out of view, right?
Yeah, you're still hiding. Yeah,
Just
I'm
about.
quite happy that you haven't appeared, and he's probably assumed that you've been squashed or something.
Are any of them facing me if I move around, or
They're looking that way. So Nala's run round, Morok shouted. They've come about, and they're looking at Niala, and Morok has now struck at
okay?
Naraka.
If I come out, is there any way I can remain in stealth, or can I still move unseen around the back of one of them?
You're going to cut right
Or would I
across
be
the line of
completely
sight.
out of stealth if I?
Yeah, you're going to cut
Okay,
across
so
the
there's
line
no
of
way I
sight.
can maintain stealth. Okay. Script. I'll run for the closest one to me.
Okay, which would be Nargith.
Nargith is the closest to me. Great. Okay. Just gonna run up to him and hit him with my sword. And that is a 19 to hit, 13 plus 6.
Yeah, you're in.
Okay. So first attack is 9 damage.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use my Blade's ability,
Yeah.
which is Disheartening Strike. When you hit a creature with an attack using this weapon, you can fill the target with an unsettling dread. The target has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn. The creature ignores this effect if it's immune to the frightened condition. Once you use this property, you can't do so again until the next dusk.
Okay.
So he's got to, I don't know whether, because it doesn't say anything about a saving roll, so I presume he's just now frightened.
Oh, so yeah, he's
And he has disadvantage on saving the next saving throw.
okay. So yeah, so does it say he's frightened, or does it say he just has disadvantage?
I don't know, it just says the creature ignores the effect if it's immune to the frightened condition.
Okay, so he's not.
However, it just
technically-
says he's filled with unsettling dread. The
Okay.
target has disadvantage on
Yeah.
the next saving throw.
All right, I'm going to say that is that.
So that
he's
might
not-
just be it.
He's not actually frightened. It's just that the frightened immunity would make him not intimidated by this thing, and he just takes disadvantage on the saving throw. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is that-
And then basically, I'm gonna follow up with the flurry of blows. Screw
Yeah.
it.
Go for it.
So I'll spend a key point. Hit him with a flurry of blows. So for the first hit, what's 15 plus, what is it, plus 5? So that's a dirty 20.
Yeah.
So damage on that is, that's 7 damage.
Yeah.
And then my third strike, that's a natural 20 to hit.
Okay. So double dice, add your modifier.
So I just double the dice, right? I don't double the modifier.
No. That's why I read it.
Okay, so that's 6 plus 3, so that's another 9.
Nargeth is looking battered and bruised at this point, with having this monk fly at him and smash him about the head with a array of moves almost too fast for the rest of your eyes to catch. The speed is so immense and well aimed, and the last blow especially took a couple of his teeth out of his jaw and scattered across the ground. Sin, it's your the third.
I used the remainder of my movement to just make my way behind him. So
You're going to try and get up behind him.
yeah, so if Rook's in front of him, and then I just go behind him after I've pelted him in the face for the last time.
So he's kind of gone to the side, and you've kind of darted round. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
The thug swings for you. He's seen what damage you've just done to his boss. He wants to get paid at the end of the day, and he swings at you with his. He's got a weapon in hand, and he probably misses you. He gets a 9. Van Arden.
What did you mean? Was this an attack of opportunity or a direct attack?
Direct attack. So
Excuse me.
Direct attack.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just getting loads of phone calls because apparently there's a coup going on in America and they've just stormed Congress.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what my sister was talking to me about earlier.
Yeah.
Sorry, my phone's just been ringing off the hook about it. Right. 9. 9 does not hit.
Okay, so he swings and misses you. Sin, it's now your go. Nargeth is like bleeding from the face quite badly.
So, I'm pretty sure, can I reach him if I just like walk to him?
What are you trying to touch him?
No, like I just want to know if I could get like to him, well, so that I can like Yeah, all right. I'll say I'll run up to him,
Yeah.
and as a bonus action, if I am looking at this correctly, I turn into. Let me look at this.
Did you ever not be a bear at this point? I've just realised.
Oh yeah.
You must have done. You've had conversations actually, so you must
The
have.
entire time from to town, he's been bear.
My wild shape only lasts for 1 hour
Yeah.
outside of combat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
it's like my first time doing it, so I'm still getting used to this.
Yeah. So is can wild shape be a bonus action?
Yep.
Okay. Lovely. Go for it. What are you being?
So I wild shape into a bear,
Yeah.
a brown bear to be specific.
Yeah.
And then I do multi-attack because my bear can do 2 attacks, one with its bite and one with its claw.
Okay.
So I'm just like do like a quick like slash at him, and then I'm gonna like just try to rip his throat out with my teeth.
Go for it.
So I got this 14 plus 6, so that's a 20 to hit.
You hit.
All right, and then can I do like the damage last so that I can just do it all at once?
Yeah. Go for it if you want.
All right, and then for the bite, that's gonna be 18 plus 6. That's 23, 24.
Yeah. Hits.
All right. So for the claw, it's gonna be 2d6 plus 4, which is 4 and 2, so that's 6, and then that's 10 for the claw. And then for the bite, 28, which is a 4 plus 4 is 18 points of damage.
Okay. Describe this to me.
Oh, okay, I'm ready. All right. As I want to say as Arden like ran behind him and he was like slightly like pushed back or that's it. Like I don't remember what you said exactly because I've been distracted. But I want to say as he gets like himself right up again, I just like run up to him and then I just like as I like stand up, or technically I'm already standing, but like I transform into a bear.
Yeah.
And then I just like claw his like face so that it could look like
Yeah.
and then as I want to say as he falls down from that attack, I just go in and like rip his throat out.
So the first
Sin
attack
is
takes
bloodthirsty.
the first like puts great big claw marks straight through over his eye, and you go in for the bite, and you bite deep. You feel sinew snap as you pull back, and in your mouth you hold this bloody throat of Nargith, and you turn and look at the thug, his compatriot, who runs.
I roar as I turn to him.
And the bit of throat you have in your mouth drops to the floor. Blood drips from your fangs, and the other guy's legging it. He's off.
I want to chase him so bad, but I don't know if I have enough movement.
Okay, so the voices appear in your mind again, and the hurting stopped. The hurting has stopped. It stopped hurting us. Will you hurt us?
We will not hurt you. We did not come here to hurt anyone that
Yeah.
does not deserve to be hurt.
Persuasion.
I'm gonna help.
Yeah. Okay. So advantage then.
Beautiful. That is a 15.
So there's some the larger mushrooms start moving towards you,
I'm just gonna go on.
in a kind of aggressive, in like a defensive pose. You can kind of sense, yeah.
So I'm just gonna kind of put my hammer on the floor and just kind of go down to my knees and just kind of just open my arms, like I am not here to hurt you.
What are you doing?
There's one at the front that is especially interestingly coloured, sort of a purple flecked cap to this creature, and although there's no face to it, there is an area that seems to be tilting towards you, and it cocks its cap to one side and then bows to you.
Bow back.
And the smaller, the larger ones recede apart from this one that stands before you, and you see some of the larger ones start picking up the pieces of the like quite slowly. This movement is very sort of almost glacial in movement, but you can see it happening, and they start picking up the pieces of the other hacked up mushrooms that are around you. And the voice says, "We thank you for your saving us. He has slaughtered many of our small ones. They will grow again from the
They're
sun."
children. Oh.
From the bottom of my heart, I am truly sorry for what this monster has done to you. But as you can see, he got his just desserts. He got what he deserved.
We shall use him. He will be of use. He won't go to waste.
Good. That
And
is.
some of the larger ones grab the body and start dragging it away.
Wait, real quick, like before they said that, as you turn around, you just see me like gnawing in his chest, like.
So they go over.
Finn, stop. It's my job to do that.
So the larger myconids. So you've opened up the chest, have you?
Yeah, like just eating what I can.
Yeah. So the larger myconids come over, and they put their heads over the corpse's chest and shake in a kind of in this kind of slow movement that they can do, and you see dust particles, spores start falling into the chest, and from the chest of Narguth, little tiny mushrooms begin to start sprouting up. They're young, regrowing from the death of Narguth. And that's where we will end our game today.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
I really enjoyed that. That's really cool.
So I'll stop recording. Cheers, guys.
Thank you.